lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil!
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout bushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering the soaring state. While soaring, Kaja can fly over terrain and his basic attacks become AoE. In this state, his second skill's cooldown is shortened, and hitting an enemy hero with it reactivates his soaring state. So don't panic when a melee enemy is on you. Use the terrain to your advantage to block off pursuers. Kaja's ultimate received the biggest change, from solo gank to a setter's dream. Kaja's whip now lassos an entire area, trapping enemies inside. He can then drag them along while the lasso tightens. Since the ultimate has a cast delay, timing is key. Aim for the enemy carry in the backline. For Kaja's skill priority, if the team needs fast wave clear, pick up his first skill first. To invade the enemy jungle and apply early pressure, go with the second skill first. Prioritize upgrading the first skill afterward in either case. For combos, try out these 2. In the laning phase, use Kaja's first skill to poke and recover HP. If the enemy engages, use his second skill to take off. Then kite with his aerial basic attacks. Kite when attacked. Attack when they're out of steam. For initiating teamfights, use Kaja's second skill to soar. Use the terrain to reposition. Follow up with his first skill to slow and reduce their damage. Then immediately cast his ultimate and let the team clean up. Now, let's talk matchups. Kaja does well against carries with no mobility skills, such as Layla, Ixia, and Vexana. Once he flies in and lassos them, there's no hope of escape. He also pairs well with allies with AoE, like Odette, Barza, and Ixia. Kaja can hold enemies in place while they pile on the damage. The perfect set! Now, if you're up against Kaja, remember that while his ultimate can't be purified, heroes with mobility like Kagura, Yi Shin, and Suyo can still dodge it with a dash. To play Kaja at his best, go for a sustain and poke playstyle. For Kaja's build, Rapid Boots helps him get around the map faster, and Thunderbelt is great because he can quickly get stacks from his AoE basic attacks while soaring, making him more tanky while boosting his damage. Oracle boosts the healing from his first skill, improving his sustain, so he can stay in the fight. We recommend the support emblem for Kaja for more survivability and movement speed. Choose Flicker as his battle spell and combo it with his second skill to drag enemy carries from further away for allies to blow up. For players who enjoy fast, aggressive roamers like Khalid, Hilda, or Marcel, Kaja offers that same fast roaming and in-and-out teamfight playstyle. Give Kaja a try and rule the sky. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. The revamped Kaja arrives on August 5th. Get his commandment skin for only 51 diamonds. And get Kaja at 30% off during launch week.
Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil.
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout bushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering the soaring state. While soaring, Kaja can fly over terrain and his basic attacks become AoE. In this state, his second skill's cooldown is shortened, and hitting an enemy hero with it reactivates his soaring state. So don't panic when a melee enemy is on you. Use the terrain to your advantage to block off pursuers. Kaja's ultimate received the biggest change, from solo gank to a setter's dream. Kaja's whip now lassos an entire area, trapping enemies inside. He can then drag them along while the lasso tightens. Since the ultimate has a cast delay, timing is key. Aim for the enemy carry in the backline. For Kaja's skill priority, if the team needs fast wave clear, pick up his first skill first. To invade the enemy jungle and apply early pressure, go with the second skill first. Prioritize upgrading the first skill afterward in either case. For combos, try out these 2. In the laning phase, use Kaja's first skill to poke and recover HP. If the enemy engages, use his second skill to take off. Then kite with his aerial basic attacks. Kite when attacked. Attack when they're out of steam. For initiating teamfights, use Kaja's second skill to soar. Use the terrain to reposition. Follow up with his first skill to slow and reduce their damage. Then immediately cast his ultimate and let the team clean up. Now, let's talk matchups. Kaja does well against carries with no mobility skills, such as Layla, Ixia, and Vexana. Once he flies in and lassos them, there's no hope of escape. He also pairs well with allies with AoE, like Odette, Farza, and Ixia. Kaja can hold enemies in place while they pile on the damage. The perfect set! Now, if you're up against Kaja, remember that while his ultimate can't be purified, heroes with mobility like Kagura, Yi Shin, and Suyo can still dodge it with a dash. To play Kaja at his best, go for a sustain and poke playstyle. For Kaja's build, Rapid Boots helps him get around the map faster, and Thunderbelt is great because he can quickly get stacks from his AoE basic attacks while soaring, making him more tanky while boosting his damage. Oracle boosts the healing from his first skill, improving his sustain, so he can stay in the fight. We recommend the support emblem for Kaja for more survivability and movement speed. Choose Flicker as his battle spell and combo it with his second skill to drag enemy carries from further away for allies to blow up. For players who enjoy fast, aggressive roamers like Khalid, Hilda, or Marcel, Kaja offers that same fast roaming and in-and-out teamfight playstyle. Give Kaja a try and rule the sky. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. The revamped Kaja arrives on August 5th. Get his Commandment skin for only 51 diamonds. And get Kaja at 30% off during launch week.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monsoon Siege 2026. And today we have lower bracket final, and it's all about September 9 versus Evergreen Esports. So, from as a host tonight, I'm the host. I'm no longer the caster for tonight, and with me, Siogra is here, and from caster desk, also Sudin. So, how are you guys?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'd like to ask our sir as well. How are you? It's been a long time that we haven't cast together.
It's really good to be back. It's really good to cast these amazing teams. I am currently seeing these tournaments as well, and the teams are really good, especially from Bangladesh. I had really high hopes for Kingsmen, but there were some issues here and there. So let's see the remaining team. They are really amazing, and I hope to see best from them.
So, Sudhan, give me your thoughts and expectation for this match.
Oh, well, I've talked about this a lot of time that, I had really great hopes from Evergreen Sports once they
Mhm.
beat the team Alright Sports in the group stage. I had really great hopes from them, but in the playoffs, they got beaten by Team Alright Sports once again. And that's when my hopes went all down. But, well, let's hope once again against the team September 9. I hope that the both of the teams will be in equal terms. They'll give us that best of five tie-breaking match, even though we have to, rip off our lungs screaming in this match.
Exactly. Yeah. And let's hope we can get amazing matches because these are amazing teams remaining right now. As we can see, Aura versus Evergreen. Aura obviously came on top. September 9 versus Kingsman. I had really high hope for Kingsman, not gonna lie, but still, September 9 they went up ahead, and right now we have Evergreen versus September 9. Winner will face Aura Sports onto the finals, but for right now, Evergreen versus September 9. September 9 has that slight advantage because they have experienced teams, especially since they went international as well. But Evergreen Sports, they are looking really strong as well.
Mhm. Yep. That being said, so I would like to ask a few more questions. Okay, before diving into that. So let's read some quotes and motivational speech, line, whatever you say. It's from Nurlamizi, like no ego, no fear, just domination. And yeah, so you guys had to dominate, and like I'm expecting like this guy to move on to the final. I just love the line he just put. I mean, Nurlamizi, no ego, no fear, just domination. So yeah, that is what we want to see from you. Obviously, as you were the goal laner. So yeah, go carry the game, dominate the lane, and take your team to the final.
All right, from Keroro, who is the ex-billionaire of Evergreen Sports. Well, we can see a long statement here. The message to my friends and supporters, thank you for believing in us. For everyone lost till
Ah,
now, to the developers, thank you for giving us a game and a stage where we can chase our dreams. And to our opponents, good luck to both sides. May the better team win. Okay, that's gonna happen obviously, but okay, the statement actually to the developers, thank you for giving us a game and a stage where we can chase our dreams. I hope the developers will be bringing up a bigger stage for the players of South Asia region to compete, to represent their nation in the international stage like MSC or uh, WEC World. It is WEC, right?
Mhm.
EWC, okay, Esports World Cup. And even in the M series like M8, okay, we cannot see the road map for the M8. Maybe not this time, but we hope that the players, the teams from the South Asia region, they will get one soon.
Mm. I think.
definitely.
Exactly. I think, Nico, we have waited for a long time for that slot, but it's still we haven't got one. But fingers crossed. Let's hope we will get that soon because South Asian teams they are hungry for that slot, as well as other reasons as well. But let's see South Asia maybe in M9. Who knows? Maybe in another EWC. Who knows? it's looking really good for our women's side because they are doing really good as well. So let's hope
Mm,
they can either both of their team. The good scenario is both open qualifiers and as well as women qualifiers. We get slot in both of these things, but
mm.
unfortunately we can't get any slot right now. But let's see what happens next.
Just being host, and honestly, I'm just being honest, and I don't have nothing much to say because there is no roadmap for Bangladesh. And personally, I'm not feeling better for that. Even my face tell the whole story. Sodan might know very well. So Soyuk just hop up to this match. So I guess Soyuk don't know what happened with me.
uh,
So yeah, there's nothing much for me to say to explain. So right now, I'm just diving into the match mechanism to this match between September 9 and Evergreen Esports. So I'd like to start things up with you, Soyog.
mhm.
Like you as a commentator, as a caster, as an MLBB caster, so what kind of strategy like you would love to see from, let me give you a random team. Okay, let me give you the Evergreen Esports, okay?
Mhm.
So what kind of strategy? Like will they go for the hyper offensive or the late game core strategy, dependable on the marksman? So what kind of
Mm,
strategy that you would love to see? I mean, what kind of picks, what kind of lineup you would like to see for Evergreen? I'll take the question to Sudin also for the September
mhm.
9. So you go first.
Okay. Right now the meta is all about that early aggression. Who can take those early kills, who can take those early scrimmages. So I think, uh, depending on the meta, I think they Evergreen as well as September and both will go for that early aggressive composition. Like this, we have seen a lot of early game heroes, like Hirara as well as Selena. Those type of picks, they really shine on those early scrimmages. So I'm really hoping to see both of these picks in this drafting phase, which have already started. So let's see what will they pick.
All right, take the question also. So then,
All right, we've been seeing September 9 from a long time, and yeah, they have been improving a lot. And yeah, I think they have their own play style. They have a lot of discipline as compared to other teams. Even I think the team Aura Sports, they lacks a little bit of discipline. To be honest, they have really good experience, but yeah, this sometimes seems to be underestimating the opponents, and they sometimes mess up. But even though because of that experience, uh, they once again take back the tempo of the match. That's what happens most of the time. And yeah, September 9, they will be bringing that discipline in the land of done today. Well, we can see the draft phase for the phase one. Okay, we can also see the players today. So let's see if we'll be getting some cheers for players in the comment section. Don't forget to cheer your favorite players. Don't forget to like the stream, and don't forget to participate in the giveaways, because we have lots of giveaways going on right now in the stream and off the stream. You can take the MLBB Nepal or Bangladesh official social handles to participate in the giveaways like contests and the clips and etc.
Mhm.
absolutely.
So speaking of draft, Marcel has been banned. Marcel has been picked. So I'm hoping that they will pick that. Oh no, Hirara is banned. So as well as Selena is also banned. So really good bans from both of the sides, I might have to say, because Barats, you don't have that engage capability, you don't have that tankiness. But in terms of tankiness, the September 9 has that upper hand right now with that Beldrick as well as that Rafaela. So that means uh, in the jungle position, I'm saying like something of a marksman like YSS. I'm hoping YSS, but I don't know if YSS suits in this meta or not. What do you think, sir?
Well, speaking of all of OIYSS, yeah, it does source fight until you don't have Ruby in your opponent, or maybe EXP like Minnesota, which could easily refuse your mobility skill like the second one. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it could be a great fit for you. All right, so yeah, Pagito has been banned out from the side of Team September 9, and also Barat's Melissa is banned out also. Valentino, oh, like this one is just quite tricky pick from Evergreen. Like also Marcel seems quite fine. Like you need to know the exact mechanism to how to play Mercel as a roamer. Like sometimes your snap could be turn against you. Your snap could turn against you. So be careful with that.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I wasn't expecting
Ooh,
Leomord as okay. The Barville season performing really well in this meta,
exactly.
but and on top of that, there's so many snaps. But yeah, in their Expilin, they don't have that much of CC, so maybe that's the reason that they went for that Leomord because they are yet to pick only the golden and the jungle. Unless they pick the tanky kind of jungle, they will be lacking those CCs, constant CCs to counter that Leomord. So who knows? Maybe we might be able to see some Fravin from the side of Team Evergreen Esports. But again, Team September 9, they are
Mm.
anticipating some assassin plays from Evergreen Esports. That's why they are banning out the Fanny here.
I think yes, Evergreen lacks some kind of CC, but they have that Marcel as well as Valentina can still out that Wrath of Riot as well. So I think Evergreen, they are really hoping that Wrath of Riot comes through, especially when Barbia is still Barbia with Ghost Tutoya comes in. So I think Evergreen have some sort of escape capability, or I might even have to say engage capability with that stolen Wrath of Dread. So I think that's why I think it's a really good pick. This Valentina is it's going to be a really good pick. And in terms of ban, I think yes, Assassins should be banned because September 9 they really need that late game carry kind of hero. So the loss of marksman still up for grabs. So I think a good assassin can counter that can counter that hero. So let's see. Final ban for the side of Evergreen. I don't know why. I just feel like maybe a Claude ban is a really good ban right here, or even like
Mhm.
something like a carry is also a really good ban.
Oh,
But they went for Eudora. Huh. So maybe
All
Evergreen
right.
is also looking for some assassins, right? Especially with this Eudora ban.
Exactly. And there's a purple chance. Probably they would go for possible chance. They would go for assassin. Maybe Wuhan can go for the YSS, or it could be higher suffering or whatever you just love to pick. But let's see. Like clock is ticking, and it feels like they're not gonna go for any kind of tanky or sustainable jungler, in my opinion. And let's see, clock is ticking. And on the other hand, there's a Moscow of Mega Flow with a Moscow, and also they have secured the Balric, which could be their counter. Like okay, so Uritel has been secured from the side of Evergreen. Oh, that is what we were expecting, an assassin, and that is Nolan. Nice.
all right, and a really good approach there. Now we can see September 9 they are with the last pick here. They still can flex those Rafala and Belleric, where Rafala can go to the mid lane and Belleric can stay in the expedient because Rafala can provide those mobility for that quick rotation. So let's see if they'll be flexing that or not. Because if they are going for those two lanes, I think they need a roamer right now. And in the situation right now, I think they need someone to isolate that irrital to catch up that irrital because even the Barviel cannot, outrun that Leo of irrital.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, and on top of that, we could see that sprint spell on the Barviel or the irrital. And by the way, Walker, you having the peanuts, I'm kind of getting the I'm remembering that song like that Badam song is from Bangladesh, right?
আচ্ছা বাদাম
Right, Badam, Badam.
আমার কাছে নাই গো বুবু ভাজা বাদাম তাই তো is
Ah,
that the song
yeah,
you
so
guys
in
are
there,
singing?
Badam.
No, that's not from Bangladesh. That song is from India.
Okay,
Calcutta.
okay. Anyways, enjoy your penis in the off screen. Will be going towards some game
I
number
told
one
you.
between the team Evergreen Esports versus September 9. This is gonna be the best of five series, and this is the game number one on your screen.
Looks really, really good. In terms of draft, I really like September 9. I really like September 9 draft because they have that late game carry, which is going to be that Moscow. They have that early game aggression with this Hilda and as well as that Leo mode. So September 9, they really have that early to late game advantage. But Evergreen, they have a really balanced out draft. But the only problem I see right now is uh, in those early scrimmages, if Hilda rotates onto the EX lane, I think Kiroro is gonna have a rough time because he needs those items, especially if he wants to survive. If he really wants that early sustainability, let's just say. So I think Keroro might have some trouble early, but especially as the game progresses on, Evergreen might have that slight advantage in terms of late game advantage.
Ooh, versatile. Yeah, he's going for aggressive emblem over there with the marksman emblem. All right, we can see that Hilda already being a bit of trouble for someone like Marcel. She is once again opening up the vision. Johan is getting lots of damage, but Zisima is facing 2K Roro Johnson, and that's the first blood in the name of Evergreen Esports.
So that was really bad from September 9. Z Simba, I think he overestimated his early game sustainability. So I think he went really deep and he got punished as well. So Evergreen, they have that slight advantage for now, but I don't think that's gonna be a huge problem for the side of Evergreen. They still have that advantage. Um, they still have that early advantage, especially in that mid lane. So let's just see. This Simba still getting some pokes here and there. For now, all that's remaining is the turtle. So let's just see who takes that first turtle. But that was a really good engagement.
Yeah, Lilim as being a Rafaela in the mid lane. He's gonna be vulnerable. But well, those once again another gank onto Heisei. He's all alone right now. He's facing. He's right now marching towards the mid lane after the recall. Okay, the first turtle have spawned on the land of Dunley. Lim yet to reach that level 4. Heisei is being targeted by this Simba. Heisei with 1 bar SP, but he still is trying to contest, trying to get the vision for that turtle. We can see for the players from each of the sides, Simba force here on the hand of Fei Feng. 3 players are getting zoned out there. That's a beautiful Wrath of Dryad. Goes to takes his first turtle of the game. KO once again the corrupted Wrath of Dryad comes in. Heisei is falling down in the hand of Goes to but Goes to Toya is seeming low on SP will fall to Keroro.
That was really good. That was really good from the side of September 9's Omega Flow. That Wrath of Dryad was on point. Gosutra takes that turtle, but rest of the Evergreen, they really needed some sort of let's say they really needed something, right? So they took that pull onto Gosutra. That was really good. So right now Evergreen, they are up ahead on that in terms of kills, but still September 9, they are not far behind right now. Evergreen, all they have to do is just scale onto the later stage of the game. And for now, September 9, consider the fact that they really need those early kills. They don't have that many amount of kills. So that is going to be a really good sign for the side of Evergreen Esports right now.
Yeah, exactly. I say once again, seems to be all alone, but he is still being a bit of headache for all of the players of Team September 9. His snaps, it's really annoying. Okay, September 9, the Lamizi, he is trying to freeze the minion as of now against Das. And Das, even though he is really early during the early stage, he is still playing passively, as anyone can pop out of that boost at any moment.
And one thing I really don't like about September 9 right now is Z Simba is getting way too deep right now. Because Z Simba, yes, he has some kind of sustainability, but it's not gonna be enough for it's not gonna be enough to sustain the damage coming in from Evergreen. So he has to be really careful. He has already given 2 kills. Another kill might be a really bad right here. So they will back off for now. As Evergreen, they take the control on that mid boost. But let's just see. Rest of the team are already there as well. The second turtle of the game is gonna get started by September 9. So let's just see Evergreen. How are they gonna respond to this?
Yeah, Heisei once again is opening up the vision with those snaps and those mobilities. The Phantom Mystic comes in. The Ratchet Dryad from both of the side goes to Toya and once again takes the turtle here. But Zaysimba is once again, ripping off those axes onto the players. King will fall to the hand of Goes to Toya, while rest of the players with low SP will have to fall back.
Right now, the team Evergreen, they have that slight advantage. Pei Feng, he got killed, but still, right now I think September 9, especially the Lamizi, I think it would have been really good if he stayed bot and tried to pressurize that bot lane tier 1 turret, because September 9, it was really hard for them to come back. It was really hard for them to come in. It was really hard for them to win out that fight. So I don't think Delamizi needed to come in. But what happened has already happened for now. So let's just see. They are Evergreen. They have that advantage, and they are really focusing on to that golden right now. So let's just see if Delamizi is gonna get ganked or what.
Yeah, might care, but looking at the map right now, the bottom lane was already pressurized by Gustoya, where Keroro have to fall back to, control that lane. But maybe we can see some outnumber fight in the other part of the map. Is already Gustoya is rotating to us, but no, a fracture onto Lily. But that's not gonna be enough to take him down to bursting down instantaneously. On the top lane, we can see that Lami is getting zoned out by top lane. Q1 will fall here. Speed of Destruction connects here with the teleportation. The Lami is going in. Gozutoya was also ready with his Barbie, but won't commit anymore as another battle was ready on the mid side of the map. Maybe they didn't want to lose that turret in the mid side. That's why. And even the fight over there wasn't that much. Alright, another golden hour. Phantom comes in, and they are completely zoned out from the turtle, but it's still, Johan with interfacing placement over there, but he have already been spotted. He's already zoned out from the turtle. This Simba falls. Hoisei takes the kill, and now we are invading the purple buff here. Maybe the retribution is still available for Guzutoya as Johan. He is taking out the turtle.
September 9, every team fight, they are just responding. I think September 9 needs to be the one who engages these team fights, but Evergreen is always that team who engages. So in terms of how they respond, September 9 doesn't have that much advantage. So I think if September 9 wants to win out those team fights, I think September 9 needs to be the one who have to engage, because they have that huge diving capability with Darlami as well as Kosutoya. And if someone goes out, Omega Flow is always going to be there with Wrath of Dryad. So I think September 9 needs to be the one who has to engage, but Evergreen is the one who is engaging, and September 9 can't respond to those engages, I guess. So let's just see. For now, Evergreen, with that clear-cut advantage right now, are gonna look for, I think, this mid-tier one. That was another really beautiful engagement, but still Lilium survives. Lilium has survived 3 of those engages, but I think Heisei is gonna be the one that falls right now.
Yeah, I say looking low on SP, but there comes the golden hour. 2 players being snapped with that golden hour. I say looks low on SP, but it still survives the Ratchet Drive onto 3 of the players, but the counter Ratchet Drive comes in. Flipping will fall. We can see this Simba getting low on SP. Dash with those heavy crossbow. It is melting down all of the players. Johan, but that was nice. Spirit of Misery coming out from Mr. Datlamizi.
They will be looking for this mid lane tier 1 turret as well. So let's just see. Omega Flow stays right there, almost gets taken down, has to flicker away. Goes through the back lane. Dash will not get taken down for now, as Keroro still provides some vision, but they are still looking for this mid lane tier 1 turret. Lilim is already there trying to defend this, but let's just see. Goes in, can't do anything right now, but rest of the team are already there. So Evergreen has to back away for now, as Lord has spawned in Land of Dawn, and let's just see if Evergreen can take this Lord easily, or if September 9 is gonna contest.
Yeah, September 9, it's really hard for them to contest this time. Once again, Hoise and Keroro, they are already on the Lord pit, and they are already zoning out all of the players. Zisimba goes in. Now the Lord is already low on SP. Johanna will be securing air. Another golden hour comes, and Zisimba already taken down. 4 players remaining from September 9, and they are getting taken down. That's low on SP. Might fall here. Goes to Toya, takes it. Hoise with this Spirit of Misery. Darlami takes the kill, and even though they lost the Lord, they are going for the mid lane. Tier 1, Keroro and Flipping are only left to defend it, but will they be able to defend it though?
September 9 finally with a really good trade right now. Let's just see. Lord will be taken down by, I think, the Gosugoya easily onto the bot lane, but still the pressure coming in from those enhanced minions is gonna be really hard for September 9. But still, Evergreen, they saw that Lord was really crucial for them, as Evergreen especially if September 9 had won out that Lord as well as that fight, it would have been really bad for Evergreen, but still it was not enough. As you can see, Gosutoya almost if instantly gets a kill and gets almost a double, but Dolami takes that kill for now. But still, that was really really good engagement from the side of September 9, and still Evergreen are looking for that
Oh, another Phantom
mid
Share
turret.
comes in here. Four of the players forcing out of Fracture will take it. Johan secures the portals. What is a kill onto Gosu Toya? That was huge burst. And once again, they are going in. That's Rapid Ride, which was copied by Briefing. And they have already managed to take care of tier 1 from the mid lane. They are going for top and bottom tier 2, and that's how the team Evergreen, they are taking the whole map control.
So instantly Evergreen are pushing in front as well as another Phantom Stage. Gosutoya goes onto the back. Speed of Destruction will not connect. Gosutoya gets a lot of CCs right now. So Gosutoya almost gets taken down. Das still trying to get that kill. Gets that kill onto the Gosutoya. That heal from Lilim is not going to be enough as Keroro and rest of the team are looking to destroy that in his shields.
Yeah, the holy defense will be torn down here. Only mid lane 1 remains for the team September 9. And it's still the team Evergreen Esports. They are eager to take it down before they take another Lord. The itemization, Suexer.
In terms of itemization, it's already looking really, really good for especially our Dash, because he's almost full. He's almost the necessary item he needs to damage is already there, so it's gonna be really really hard to negate the damage coming in from Dash. But let's in terms of defense, Keroro has been sustaining quite a lot. Gosutoya has to use Phantom Street just to get away, and Heisei still, oh, but that was really good Spirit of Misery. Two man gets stunned, gets pulled back as well, but that golden hour comes in as Gosutoya will not survive for now. Simba is gonna be the next one to fall. Maybe yes, Yohana is gonna take that kill for now. Omega Flow is it's in a really bad spot. Will get away but it's gonna be a 2 for none trade as Evergreen wins out that trade for now.
Yeah, and they are looking forward to win this game right now. Or if they couldn't, they are still trying to take down the inhibitor right before they take down the Lord. Omega Flow once again is sunking down there by the disrupt from Dash as well as the burst damage coming up from Johan. They're still trying to purchase some time, and look at those damage from Dash. Lilim is already low on HP just with the strife and roar of the queen or something like that, the skill 2 of Dash, and that's hurting very very much.
Evergreen takes the Lord, another Lord for now. And September 9, in terms of draft, they had that advantage, especially with that Lilim skill and all Omega Flow sustainability. In theory, September 9 drafts should work really well. They should be a really good tanky as well as damage dealing team. But I don't know, Evergreen are just so far ahead, especially with that damage from Dash. They are so far ahead, they can't do anything, and they are looking to end maybe right here.
Yeah, they are trying to end this right here, right now. Is the team Evergreen Sports? They are knocking the base of Team September 9. The Lord is still out of the base right now. Simba is getting low on SP. He's trying to get the kill onto Dash, but Dash will punish him. Once again, another Phantom City while goes to Toya is looking for double, and he claims the triple. By the way, only 3 players have been taken down, and that's the base taken down by Team Evergreen Sports. They tried their best to defend it, but they couldn't.
That was a great hell of a match between these two teams. Like, this is a game that we actually expect from a professional team to Nepali giant. That I would say they're giant, because lower bracket doesn't mean that you play that bad even you don't deserve that spot. But I would say they're just Nepali giant team, and maybe one of them will definitely make their slot to the finals. So that was a hell of a good gameplay from both sides. So yeah, starting things up, Syog, go on.
I think the main issue for the side of September 9 is they had a really good draft. I think the nail in the coffin was that Hilda pick onto that last Hilda pick, because I think if they had a really good side laner, I think the uh, Wrath of Dread, sorry, the hero. Beldrick,
Beric.
yeah, Beldrick. I think Beldrick should have gone for that. Beldrick should have gone in roam position, I think, and they really need a strong exp damage dealing exp because what I saw was I think they lacked a lot. They lacked quite a lot of damage because mid lane they flicks that healer and they really lack those early damages, those early screaming damages. I think that was the main problem. And if they had a really good damage dealing XP, my first thought was Yuzong. If they had damage dealing XP, I think it would have been really good. But unfortunately, it didn't came
Mhm.
through, and that's it. I think that the only thing that was lacking from September 9 was damage, and it shows 173 KDA on this Hilda.
Definitely. And yep, Evergreen. This made the first match. And I would say the September 9, the whole team was lacking a lot. Like, especially if we talk about the Hilda or even like Ghost Toyers, Leomord. Like, in this meta, I don't think Leomord is a perfect suit. Even in like the winning percentage in this tournament, like is quite minus if I'm not wrong. Like Bangladesh team picked a couple of times the Leomord. Even I guess this is the first time from a Nepali team picked up went for the Leomord and just ended up being very badly. So these two pick were quite like I'm not gonna say trash, but there is nothing that coming in my mind that I could say for them. There's nothing coming good inside my mind or that I could deliver for them. So yeah, the pick was quite bad enough that I would say September 9 wasn't good enough to compete against the Evergreen Esports. So yeah, definitely they will try to figure out what they will do next in the in the next game. Like it's a best of three. So definitely they must have to go for something different or manage to pull things off against the September 9. I mean the Evergreen. Sorry. Otherwise, okay. Bye bye Tata. We're moving on to the final.
Yeah, obviously, it seems like that the team Evergreen Sports they are being really a tough opponent against Team September 9. Even though when they had, banned out three of the assassins against Johan and one of the Pagito, which is kind of flexible even in the jungle lane and in the, expedient. But still, they had to forcefully pick that Hilda, which is really concerning. By the way, I think Johan, he's being really problematic in terms of drafting for the team September 9. They couldn't get the perfect composition, I would say. I mean, it was good. Just the golden was kind of like mid to late game um, type of pick for the team September 9, but rest of the picks they were highly aggressive. They should have played that lineup very aggressively, and yeah, they were trying to play it aggressively, but once he was the first blood. He was being very aggressive, more than he should be. And
Like
yeah, I'm not sure why they started playing passive way after that, but they should have played that very aggressively because if we look back at the composition of the team September 9, they have zero chance in the neutral objective 5. They don't have that control for the turtle pit. They should go for the kill. They should go for the pickups, and that's how they have the chance to win those neutral objectives. Or else, I don't think they can win any neutral objectives in 5v5 kind of situation.
I think the healing should have worked for now because the healing as well as that passive healing from Hilda when it was really let's just say it could have been really good. That healing from both of the sides was could have been really good, but still that early game damage from especially Johan really messed them up. I don't think they expected that much amount of damage from Johan from that earlier stage, and they thought maybe that healing is gonna was gonna be enough, but it was not enough. So let's just move on to game number two and let's forget game number one. But for the side of September 9, they really need to work on the draft because last game, as I said, I think a good EXP laner would have changed the flow of the game. But let's just see. Let's hope game number two they come back with a better draft.
all right. So the bigger problem was like the Hilda. Like not only the Leomord, but also Hilda is quite unable for a team to, utilize the map or even open the map, engage team fight, whatever you say. Hilda's just quite unable for with that. Like like whenever there's an assassin, people might think that okay, just let's go for a Hilda, hide inside the bush, go for the blue buff, bash them up. So we could easily delay their farm. So usually that's not happen in this type of competitive section. So that was a pretty bad decision they have made. I mean, the total September 9 team, and I hope they are not doing the same mistake again in this match. And this is not best of five, this is best of three. So definitely, whatever you just do, think again, write again. I guess that's the only key.
Yeah, for now we can see the first phase of the bans have been completed. We can see Marcel Eudora, and with that, the Barats have been banned out. So from the team Evergreen Esports, they're banning out Urara. That's going to be the
Mhm.
Guinevere with the Paquito. So for now, I think they have a really chance to pick a setup tank or even the Valentina. But well, they
Mhm.
missed out on the chance of picking the Valentina. So Evergreen Sports, they might go for Valentina once again, and that's one of the very comfortable pick for Paping. He have been playing really good with those Valentinas throughout this tournament.
Plus, Melissa is still open, so they can go for September 9. I don't think they're really scared about Melissa, but in terms of that laning phase, I think Melissa is really, really good right now. So I think Melissa can be a really good pick for Evergreen as well. I think Melissa and Valentina could be a really good pick. They go for Matilda and yes, Melissa was gonna come, so they will pick that Melissa as well as with that. Uh, Especially with that extra layer of dash, I think it's gonna be really hard to catch Melissa.
Mhm. And they even denied that Matilda for
Mm-hmm.
the team September 9 because Matilda with Bellrick, that's a really effective duo
Mm-hmm.
right now, right in this meta.
Yes,
Exactly.
and like I would say Melissa's counter is already there for the September 9 side. Like there is Bell Rig, but you know what? Like their Matilda, she has to do a lot of stuff, a lot of jobs, especially like you have to guide him in the perfect way. Otherwise, if you just get trapped in between that Wrath of Dryad, like you are just all doomed. Maybe just competitive players, they might not go for the vengeance, but don't forget Belric's passive or even with the blade armor, that will does hurt. That does hurts a lot. So not only you have to guide her up, but also make Matilda, she has to make sure that your marksman is in the right position. But if we talk about the map opening or whatever, the initiation, except if you just take away that circle eagle, yeah, like to engage fight September 9, they're just taking the upper hand. Like with the initiation, they engage with the Belric. It's far more better than Matilda's. But Matilda's just quite good. Whenever you're just stashing one hero away and guiding away, especially from the team fights or even in the tough conditions, like whenever you're just getting chased down by Nolan, then you could easily guide her up with the guiding eagle maybe. So yeah, she has to do a hell of a job in this match. It's gonna be tough for them.
Sorry. So yes, Selena has been picked. I was expecting some EXP, but yes, Selena is a really good pick right now, especially in this meta where early advantage really wins out the game. I think this Selena was a really really good pick. I thought Uranus was gonna come from the side of Evergreen in the start, but no, Uranus has been banned out for now. So let's just see Evergreen. They still can go for Esmeralda, but I don't think Esmeralda. They are gonna go for Esmeralda because but I still think Esmeralda is really, really good writer. So let's see if Evergreen is gonna pick that Esmeralda or any other hero. What do you think, Sudan?
Yeah, Esmeralda with Matilda seems really good
Mm-hmm.
and sturdy, but they might be losing out on some CC. But yeah,
Exactly.
Selena, she is really good with the CC. They can even go for something uh, like tanky in their jungle lane, and yeah, we can see your
Mm-hmm.
prediction is going to be the truth here. All right, we can see
Beatrix.
very rapid picks here from the side of Team September 9, and that's going to be the Beatrix. I guess how the way that they picked those two picks, I
Hmm.
think they were expecting Esmeralda, and they were ready to pick those heroes out. That's how they
Hmm.
pick those two picks right now.
Hmm. I love the composition of September 9, but the fact is, it doesn't matter like how good draft you have. Whatever does matter, like what you were giving. What is your output inside the game? So that does really matter. That is the only thing that does matter, in the land of dawn. So matter how good pick you have, it ain't worth it if you fail to deliver it in the middle of the match. Especially like if we just talk about the sustainability or even engaging team fight, I don't see except Esmeralda and Lucas in the late game. There is no good option for them. They have to hide and seek and assassinate, especially with like the Selena's Abyss, Solaro when trapped. If they manage to get caught, they're squishy one, then it is fine. Otherwise, it will be a little bit tough for them.
Hmm. And the one thing I really don't like about Beatrix right now in this meta is Beatrix is really expensive to build with that BOD. She needs that BOD to do some kind of damage. So that BOD is really expensive. And in this meta where gold. Few patches ago, very ahead of patches ago, the gold has been trimmed down for the side of gold lane. So Beatrix, it's gonna be really expensive for her to build. Whereas on the other side, this a dash on this hero is going to be really cheap, comparatively cheaper to build. So let's just see. I think dash is going to get that early game power spike quite early compared to I think the Alami. So let's just see what happens for now. So both of the teams are playing amazingly. September 9 is still in this game. I question their somehow drafts, but let's just see if Evergreen can pull out their amazing draft or not.
Oh, Fei already getting quite low on SP. Lilim is also low on this mana, by the way. But okay, that's not going to be a problem. Oh, we can see that Rami in the first minute, while he is level 1, he is paired up with the Bennett. Sorry, not the Bennett, but the Wesker. How do you rate it? Sixer is a goal laner. How likely? I mean, how good is the Wesker in the early stage of the
Hmm.
game?
I would have gone for Bennett personally, but yes, the Nami has gone back to Bennett for now. So let's just see for now. September 9, the advantage they have is they have a really good early game sustainability with this Simba on this Belric as well as Lilim constantly poking away. And so for the side of Evergreen, they have that early advantage, especially with this Selena. So let's just see who can utilize their draft comparatively well. Because September 9, can they utilize their sustainability and to win out these early scrimmages, or can Evergreen use out their early game damage to win out those early scrimmages? So let's just see who's gonna win, damage or sustainability.
Yeah, the question remains here. The first turtle of the game have spawned in the land of dawn. Vincere is already looking for an ambush, but well, he isn't going to commit against Heise. That Matilda, he is really hard to get bursted during this stage. Lilim already getting pulled really hard. There comes the black dragon from Johan. He's already unleashing the beast. And he will be securing the title number 1. He is trying to fall back, but there comes another visual arrow connects to the Z Simba Benestrates, but that's not gonna damage any player of the team Evergreen Esports. Another arrow will be evaded by Lilim, and that's how the first title have been taken by the team Evergreen Esports.
This Serena is really turning out to be really hard to play against. Fei Feng constantly those stunts. It's really annoying. Z Simba, he on the until and unless he gets the level 4, it's gonna be really hard for him to peel for the Lami as well as Lilim. So Fei Feng is constantly going in and out, and they can't do anything. But for now, the good thing about September 9 is they haven't give out any kills for now. So that is still kind of good for the side of September 9. But let's just see Zisima getting some pokes here and there. But no, they're both of the teams will disengage for now.
Yeah. So that's the automation as of now. We can see the early rated armor in the Expellion Keroro. He's restricting those early damage coming up from Omega Flow, even though, most of the time we could see something like Oracle or more, the sustain that could complement the sustain of Esmeralda. Those type of automation was kind of typical item for Esmeralda, but we can see he is respecting those damage.
And I think Esmeralda needs to build out those early defense as well, because it's gonna be really hard for Evergreen, any of the player from Evergreen, to just walk into the bush and check those bushes, because Keroro is gonna be the person who's gonna check those bushes, and Hoise is always gonna be there, always gonna be there to provide that extra layer of dash just to escape after checking those bushes. But if Keroro is not that is not that tanky, I think it's gonna be really hard for him to check those bushes as well. So September 9, knowing that, I think they can try to burst out Cairo as fast as possible. But let's just see. Another turtle has been spawned, and it's gonna be September 9 who's gonna start. But Evergreen are looking for some kills maybe.
Oh, Arrow want to be connected right now. Okay, but that was a nice prediction. And no, the Black Dragon form. Simba will be already using the Wrath of Dread over there. We can see goes to Dread. This time will be securing the turtle. But Johan was getting chased by Omega Flow, who gets punished for that chase. But still, for the trade of an explainer, they got the turtle. Was it good trade?
Hmm. I don't know if it was a good trade. Let's just say equal trade, but I think Evergreen. I'm really sorry for all that cough, but as I was saying, I think Evergreen, I think are still happy. Yes, they lost out that turtle, but still getting kills onto that EXP, especially, and that kill going on to Johan. I think it's gonna be really good for the side of Evergreen. And Dash, as the game progresses on, Dash is gonna be a really problem for September 9. Dash is gonna get a lot of damage, as well as it's gonna be really hard. And until and unless Omega Flow gets onto Dash, I think it's gonna be really hard for other members of from the side of September 9 to get onto Dash. And as long as Dash survives, I think Evergreen has enough damage to wipe out September 9. So let's just see Evergreen what they does. For now, Evergreen and September 9, I think both of our teams are really happy, because Dalami, he is getting some space to farm as well for the further side of Evergreen as well. Dash is getting some space to farm as well. I think the first I don't think it's gonna be a turtle fight, but Lord fight is gonna what decide who is gonna win this game. The first Lord, I think it's gonna be a deciding Lord.
Yeah, once again we can see. Oh, four of the players are stacking up right now from the side of Team Evergreen Sports. They might lose the top lane, Tier 1. But for now, Kiro, he is slowly moving towards the top side. Even the bottom side was a bit of fresh rise from the Team September 9. And they are ready. They are ready for the turtle fight.
Turtle has been started by Kosutoya for now. Simba providing some visions as well. Omega Flow is in a really good spot, but Dash will take that boost for now, as rest of the team in the side of Evergreen are trying to get into that turtle fight. So let's just see. This Simba is providing some vision, as Keroro is gonna be there to poke some damage as well. Lilin right now right in. So Simba goes in.
Yeah, once again, the Wrath of Blood, but it's not gonna help them. The Black Dragon farm comes in, but they are outnumbered at the moment. Okay, Omega Flow looking low on SP. They will be losing Omega Flow as three players are standing right now. They are falling back. I don't think they'll be able to save the mid lane. Tier 1 Lim have to open up that Crimson Beacon in order to save himself. He's gonna hold it down. That's the flicker with the West Isolation. Darlami takes the kill.
They got something on the board that is really good, but still September 9, they are playing really good right now, that mid. And this Simba, I don't think he is having a really good game this past two games. So Simba, he has missed two of the Wrath of the Dryads in last two fights, so that is really hard to see. But let's just see. Another Abyssal Arrow connects, but it's gonna be on G Simba, so they're not gonna commit for now. But still, Darlami, if Darlami had gotten that kill, that could have been really good, especially onto Heise. But still, it was on to Lilim, which is not that bad, but still Darlami. If Darlami had gotten that kill, I think it could have been really, really good. And the winning condition from September 9 is still Darlami. As long as Darlami survives and gets those farms, I think September 9 has some sort of comeback capability. But if Darlami gets taken down, I think it's gonna be really, really hard for September 9 to come back, as Evergreen has taken a lot of advantages right now, and especially with that first turret has been taken down. It's gonna open a lot of map for Evergreen as well. So Evergreen can scout out a lot of can scout out as well, especially with that Serena as well. So let's just see. Ooh, dash.
Yeah, Das have already discovered Ghost Toya. Alright, Das, he was playing aggressively. One more hit could have been a fatal. Das could have been taken down for the guiding win. Hoise will be able to bring back Das on the safer side of the map. We can see 5 of the players from Team Evergreen Esports that are stacking up together for the Lord fight. We can see the top lane. There's a little bit of pressure from the Team September 9. So once again, Keroro would have to go back there. He's keeping the minion pressure on the top lane and will slowly join the Lord fight here. Once again, goes to Toya, won't be able to participate here, but he is using that mobility to quickly come to the Lord pit.
Then they are gone in. The Darlami almost gets caught, but has to figure out a way. But Zisima is in a really bad spot. He will get taken down. Johan is going to be the one who takes that kill. Black Dragon form is still on the use. Johan is in a really bad spot. Gets taken down by Gosutoya as well as Lords. It's still up for grabs. 4v4 situation right now. Dash goes in. Maybe some trying to go in some for damage. Lilim pulls back one of the members, but it's not going to be enough as they don't have enough damage right now. Gosutoya maybe is trying to flank, but I don't think he is gonna go in. Yes, Keroro might spot him. Yes, Keroro spots him for now, as still it's a stalemate for both of the teams.
Yeah, well, 4v5, but it's still with this lane pressure coming up from Evergreen Sports. The Team September 9, it's still uncomfortable to go for that Lord right away. And with that, the Team Evergreen Sports, Johan, he have already been respawned in the Land of Dawn, and I think they have the upper hand right now. Lami once again will be spotted with that visual trap from Mr. Vaping. Omega Flow is still, he at this moment might be a little bit squishier if we compare him to Keroro with Esmeralda. Black Dragon form comes in. The Lord seems to be low on SP. Simba with the Wrath of Dryad. Johan is still secure to the Lord. Das will be securing the kill onto the Simba. Lilim falls and that's the trade. And that's chasing down Z Simba. Once again, Darlamizi with the Benes Waves won't be hitting any player. That's the official arrow, but won't be connected to Darlamizi.
Dash in the middle of that fight. I don't know. He was way too confident, I guess, but he will get punished for now. But still, Lord is still on to the hands of Evergreen. I think it's really, really good for the side of Evergreen to push out that advantage for now. So let's just see. Evergreen, they have that advantage. They might take some second tier turrets, but let's just see. 1v1 situation onto the top. Johan goes in, does not connect. That also, he's gonna survive. Zosuda is gonna survive as the mid lane Lord. Zosuda still takes that kill. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, still Lord will get taken down, but still the damage has been done from the side of Evergreen Esports.
Yeah, Evergreen Sports, they are marching towards the base of the Team September 9. The itemization is about to get completed. That Raider armor, it is left like that. He even didn't went for that full anti-cuirass. Maybe that's how Omega Flow isn't being able to do much against Keroro, because they are kind of winning most of the trades. Omega Flow, he is being hassled for Johan. Obviously, he's targeting Johan much more. So maybe that's the reason that Keroro is still with uncompleted Draenor armor.
I think the September 9 really needs a really good ult from Z Simba, but Z Simba, I don't know, he's just not online in this game. Especially knowing Z Simba, he is a really good roamer, but these past two games, I haven't seen a lot of from Z Simba, and Z Simba is the winning condition right now because the Z Simba needs a really good art for Darlami to capitalize with that Bennett trades or Navir's passion or something like that. They really need a good art, but Z Simba can't go in and get a good art for right now. So let's just see what happens. As well as Omega Flow, he is trying to get onto that backline, trying to dish out some damage, but it's not going to be enough as he is getting melted from Dash as well. So it's going to be really hard for them September 9 to come back, especially with this amount of data Evergreen has put out for now. But let's just see September 9, the winning con, it's Z Simba gets a really, really good ult. But Z Simba right now, I don't know if he can hit that good ult as well. So let's just see. Darlami, he's still surviving that win condition, still surviving. But as soon as Darlami dies, I think it's gonna be GG well played for the side of September 9 because Evergreen, they can just push out, they have that damage, they have that advantage. They just have to kill Darlami somehow to end this game.
Yeah, that line is he is really good with the high ground defending. And for now, I don't think September 9 they are on the um, state of competing for this lot, but it's still Simba. He is straighting through the frontliners of the team Evergreen Esports. Once again, the beats have been unleashed by Johan. He secures the lot as well as the kill on to goes the door. He is still going in with that last combo. Johan, I think that's it. I think Omega Flow might get caught off here as he's getting saved by 5 of the players of the team Evergreen Sports. That's third player of the team September 9 who fell. Or maybe that's second player. I might be wrong there. I thought 2 other players were taken down from the team September 9. But that's third now. 2 players standing the Lamizi. With Z Simba, they might not be able to defend this base anymore.
Kosutaya comes in, but I don't know if they can defend or not. Z Simba is already there he has that ultimate. But let's just see, goes in with a beautiful ultimate and a beautiful takedown from Kosutaya as well as Dash has been taken on. But still the Lord is healthy as they are trying to end this game right here. But Lord has been defended as September 9 somehow defends this. The Lamiji uses that beacon to scout out rest of the player team from the side of Evergreen. But now September 9 somehow defends that, sees as Evergreen they have that advantage. But let's just see September 9, that was a really, really good defense and really good comeback capability shown by September 9 right here.
Yeah, September 9, they are now going for the turrets as they have the chance right now to take care of some few of them. But yeah, seems like they will be getting only one of them. Flipping with Abyssal Arrow, want to be connecting to Tarnamizi. Another Flaxer from Ghost of Toya, and that's a kill onto Flipping. The annoying one from the team Evergreen Esports. That's one that they should be taking down, and that's what they are doing.
Exactly. September 9, they are playing their cards really well. They know how they have with that defense they have somehow managed to come back in certain ways. But the man of the match right now is Darlami. He has been surviving somehow, and Evergreen Dash, he needs to watch out his positioning, dude. Somehow Dash is getting caught quite a lot, and especially Dash is the one who can end this game right here. But with that positioning from Dash, I think it's really questionable. And let's just see September 9. They have shown some sort of capability. Oh, Dash almost gets taken down, but that shield from Heise.
Yeah, that's something. The shield from that guarding win, as well as the flags of the Oasis and those regeneration we know from Malaysia. Even says with critic build, with Haskell, or even with the Swift natives, her regeneration is on another level. Well, Gustotoya right now is trying to keep the pressure on the top lane while rest of the players of the team September 9. They're opening the vision right now. The turtle, Lord Pit. And let's see who will get the Lord number 3 of the game.
Okay, let's just see. Dash already trying to poke some damages. On the other side, Kosutoya gets caught by Keroro. Abyssal will not connect for now. The Simba, he really needs that R to hit, especially this is going to be a crucial Lord of the game. September 9, if they want to come back, they really need this Lord. If Evergreen takes the Lord, I think it's gonna be really hard for September 9 to defend this. Simba still looking for some maybe angles.
Oh,
Gosutoya on the
Gosutoya.
other side might flank, might have a really good flanking position right here. Dash, they really need to somehow so they really need dash right now, so let's just hope they don't get killed. Kiroro is gonna spot out Gosutoya
Oh,
for now, as Gosutoya might be in troublesome situation, but Gosutoya will somehow will survive for now, as Black Dragon form has been popped as well. That's gonna be a really big resources burned down from the side of September 9, as Lord is still up for grasp. As we can see, Zizima is also in a really good spot, but Vaping gets taken down by Gosutoya. That was a really good kill from Gosutoya, as the rest of the team is trying in. Zizima comes in. Wrath of Brad still upper grab. Wrath of Brad has been used, and Petrify goes on to Johan as well as. But who will take the Lord for now?
nice.
As Zizima is in really bad spot. Dash somehow survives for now, as the Lami is always there to provide the damage as well. But Dash is gonna be the one who takes that Lord, and I think it's gonna be really hard, as Bess has been taken down by a lot of minions. And let's see if they can defend this lot of minions as well. Somehow they are trying to defend. Meanwhile, on the outside, Kostoya is in a really bad spot. He somehow
Just one
survives.
hit.
Johan goes in for that last hit, and somehow Evergreen finally takes down that base, and Evergreen takes game number 2 as well.
Well, that was a very good match, and definitely it was a kind of one-sided, like a clean sweep for Team Evergreen Esports.
No,
GG
no, no, no.
Evergreen.
It's best of five. So one more is left, right? Yeah, one more.
Like there was a
Is
three slot that I saw.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
how
the
the best of
mistake, I
five.
guess.
Mm.
Sorry.
Okay, go on.
So yeah, they still need one more win, but Walker, is you have watched the match. How likely are the team September 9 to make the comeback or the reverse sweep? Are they, skilled enough to make it happen?
Like now it feels like there's something that we should call like skill. Yeah, they do have the skill, but everyone has their own limit. But I guess their limit is not enough. Even I guess the limit is done against the Evergreen side. After watching this shoe match, it feels like this is totally a one-sided game. So I would say people like it or not, but I guess truth is better. They're not in their level. They are not in their level. Even they're not in their game. The way the Evergreen played, even though they have the advantage. I mean, the September 9, they had Belleric to settle things up against Melissa, or even they had something. They had two most devastating front laner. The first one is their Belleric. The second one is Yuzhong. I heard Soyok said a lot of time that Simba missed couple of Wrath of Dryad. Even he was quite unable to deliver that. Even there's a three purify from the side of Evergreen Esports. I told you in the draft, their pick was fine, so decent, counterable, but in the very end, I must have to admit they are not in their level. That is true.
Mhm. I think I think September 9 needs to go back to their roots. I think September 9 Lilim needs that damage. Needs the type of hero who can damage, because Lilim on this utility hero, especially on that game number 1 and on this game number 2, he hasn't been able to perform as well
Hmm.
as he performs in other heroes, like where he can dish out a lot of damage. And for Z Simba, he is trying, but he needs to try harder. Basically, Z Simba needs to come online, and I think Lilim needs those damage heroes if September 9 wants to come back, because these
Yep.
utility picks, especially on Lilim, is not working. Darlami, he is trying his best. Kosutra, he is trying his best. But I think from the side of September 9, I think they need to go back to their roots. And I think Lilim, for me personally, I think if since this is a do or die situation for September 9, I think they have to go back to their roots. And I think Lilim needs a really good carry kind of hero, because Lilim on this utility hero, I don't think he can perform on these utility heroes.
Absolutely. And still, I think Soyuk explained that is something that they should keep there in their mind. I don't know. I don't know, like they're watching the stream or not. Maybe their coach is so concerned about that, but someone needs to hear about. whatever you just said and whatever we're just saying here, and we're really with a lot of people they're just complaining and a lot of thoughts and comments coming for them, even against them. So whatever it is, like I'm not gonna blame the draft. The draft was quite decent, a lot of counters in the lineup. But you know what? Like, if you just fail to deliver what you just need to do, what you're meant to do, then there is nothing you can do in the game. So yeah, still, it was a best of five. So I just see those dots, and I felt that it was a best of three. So still, the next game will be do or die for them. Just win or just loss. If you win, then you'll go further. You'll get chance to play two more games, and if you just lost, then it's all over for you.
Yeah, it's all over. If the team September 9 they loses the next game, and yeah, they are already inside the pressure. They were already in the lower bracket, and now they have already lost two of the games. Yeah, they'll be in even more pressure. I think they were already in the pressure during the draft phase. I'm not sure they were messing up in the draft. I would say in the first game, it was the same, and in the second game too, they were with too low CC to handle that Lucas. And we
Mhm.
can see in the pro scene right now, if there's too low CC in your composition, then Lucas he can enter that beast form, and he can like kill all of you. He's Kurama, the nine tail beast.
Hmm.
Exactly. So let's just go back to the draft, and for now, let's just see. Melissa has been banned out by Evergreen as well as that Guinevere, and from the side of our September 9, they have they have opted to go for that Marcel man. Still, I think. As long as I know, I think this Hirara and Barats is gonna be banned from both either of this sides, because Barats and Hirara, it's basically a win condition right now. So let's just see Barats, if they go for Barats ban or not, Evergreen. And for the side of September 9, let's just see if they go for Barats ban or not, because Hirada has been banned and Pakito still up for grabs. Pakito can be banned as well. So let's just see what are the two bans going to be from both of the teams.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of good bands are coming on, like very decent, nothing fancy. Like there's a Hirara, also Guinevere. Like we see a couple of great Guinevere gameplay, even from the divas, also for the men. So yeah, it's just better just not to keep Guinevere open in the slot. And yeah, there is also Merciless band, quite a lot we're watching in this game. A lot will be taken down. I mean, from the band section, they even I'm just not quite sure. Like, there's a lot of heroes are open. Even I guess they might go for the Barats, maybe Barats, or it could be something else. Let's see. I'm gonna pass the mic after watching the draft from the side of Team September 9, at least this one, because if they just don't ban it, then there might be a chance for Evergreen Esports to secure the Barats. Maybe they could go for the XP or maybe jungle. Both of this are quite fine with Barats, I guess. So let's see. Let's see. Clock is ticking, 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 but no sign of banning yet. Maybe they're just wondering like what they should ban. Even September 9, they're in a very tight position. Even I don't know, like the strategies are not working. Oh, Barats is open. Let's see.
I think they
Okay.
September 9, they want to trade. If they pick Berdats or even Pokito, I think they're gonna pick this Selena and maybe Belric. They can trade out for Belric as well. So let's just see. Berdats, I think it's gonna be a really really good pick for the side of Evergreen. But let's just see what is that they are gonna trade out. What is Evergreen feels comfortable to trade out? Because I think Berdats is gonna be really really good. But no,
Oh.
they opted to go for Pakito. So I think right now here Berdats and Selena, maybe, because Selena worked out really, really good for Evergreen. And September 9, I think Lilim is gonna be really comfortable on this really good damage dealing hero as well. So let's just see if it's gonna be a Selena Barats or Barats Belric. What do you say, Sudhan?
Mhm.
Or maybe Barras with Matilda works too,
Oh
because
yeah,
you know
Matilda,
that
yeah.
those
Hmm.
flexibility at what matters during the early stage of the draft. Whenever there's something flexible, it is really hard for the opponent side to predict the proceed with the further draft. So I think Matilda could be good here, but okay, those huge burst of Pakita could be also one of the uh, huge fit for Matilda. But yeah,
Mm.
oh,
Oh,
they are going for the
Barats. Here we go.
uh,
Valentina.
Valentina.
Mhm.
Also Barats. So this is what I was expecting to see from the September Nord or September 9, or it could be from the side of Evergreen. Either they could have go for that, but like in the very last moment, Evergreen they have just decided to let it go, and yes, they did. And also September 9 picking is also going fine, I guess, because every time the draft is so decent, even after taking the advantage, still, I mean, in the very last end, they just managed to pull things off against Team Evergreen Esports. Still, they do have Matilda. They do have their, like Barats, who could easily swallow you up and speed you up and pin you to the wall. But never mind. So there is a Rafaela. And, like combined Rafaela with Belleric is quite good. If you just get totally reliable on Rafaela in the roam, that could be just a little bit something that off that could lead you to that, especially like you were not opening the map, you were not soaking off the damage, you were so vulnerable, even you just can't go for the 2022's tanky Rafaela. That doesn't worth it. So yeah, combining Rafaela as a meat to go with Balric, it's a very good decision. Even in this draft, I told you guys, Shield, they're just proving they are just quite ahead than Team September 9. Their drafts are so professional and competitive. If you just compare to September 9, still just see that. Like there's a Barats will definitely go for the EXP, Batilda will go for the Rome, Valentina in the mid. But look at their lineup. Look at their lineup. They're playing Rafaela in the mid as a mage. Holy Baptism could deal a lot of damage. And also there's a Belric. I can bet on them in this match also. Just count it in.
I think September 9, I really thought September 9 would go for something really bursty and in jungle. I didn't expect Lucas because Lucas, yes, he has some kind of burst capability, but I think Nolan could have been really good. And judging from Evergreen, they read out that perfectly and banned out that Nolan as well. But I think September 9, what they needed was a really, really good burst and something like Carry could have been really good from the side of September 9 when it comes to
Hmm.
that goal position. But let's just see Evergreen. They have that two picks for now. Uranus could be really really good, but let's just see if they're gonna pick out that Uranus or not. And then in terms of gold, I think Carry should be the one to they should pick out that Carry. But no, they go for Glue and Moscow. Didn't expect Moscow Glue. Yes, maybe it is really really good pick, but I really thought they would pick this Carry right here. But Moscow, okay.
Okay, I'm a little bit, you know, questioning that looping because there's a lot of mobility from September
Hmm.
9. Even when they could pick someone like someone immobile like Barats, I don't think they'll be able to burst him down that easily. But okay, let's see what they have in their mind. The last pick for the team September 9 is should be a Max Spin, but I hope it won't be Beatrix like the last match. Yeah, once the one time he went in with the flicker with that whiskers elation. That was a very good
Oh,
uh,
Hanavi.
or flashy move by the Lamizi, but it didn't work out well for the whole match.
Well, that being said, it will be a very tight game. Still, I do believe that but still, I just love the drop to up team Evergreen. So let's see what happened. Like they do a lot of front laner.
But compared to I think in terms of compared to other drafts, I think September 9 draft is really really good this time because this Hanabi at this earlier stage maybe he will have some hard time if Evergreen decides to gank, constantly dive. But as the game progresses on, I think if until and unless Johan gets that really really good kills, really good those burst damages, I think it's gonna be really hard for from the side of Evergreen to catch that Hanabi. And especially with that Mathilda and all those CCs layers coming in from September 9, I think it's going to be really, really hard for Evergreen to catch that Hanabi as well. So this Hanabi is going to be a crucial player in this do or die situation for the side of September 9. And Evergreen, Johan as the game progresses on, he somehow needs to get onto Darlami, or even better, Haise needs to zone out Darlami on the Sanabi. So let's just see what will happen in this do or die situation for the side of September 9 and Evergreen. They have 1 foot away for they are just 1 foot away from going on to that final. So let's just see what is gonna happen in this game.
Yeah, the team Evergreen Esports that with the match point, and yeah, they kind of have that upper hand on the mid lane. We can see it, lots of contests happening for that Lethal Wanderer, where Ghost will be winning that Lethal Wanderer. Fifing is facing some damage. Lilim with double dash, so he's want to be able to catch Lilim over there.
I think on that top lane, I don't think it's gonna be any kills, especially if there are only Omega Flow and this Kiroro is on that EXP. I don't think there's gonna be any kills, but on the other side, Evergreen on the further side, on the other side, gold lane. I think it's gonna be really crucial for these two teams to make their gold lane farm as much as possible. So I think that they really need to focus on that goal lane. On the other side, Evergreen on that EXP, all they have to do is just scale up, get to level 4 as early as possible and get those early kills as early as possible. But the ram is on
From the Zabs, Johan will take the first shot, and that's a jungler taking the kill onto a jungler. Okay, that's a really great start and a really good map sense over there from Johan. He will be winning the first turtle, I guess, with that, but he's still Lilim with that Wrath of Drought copied from Keroro. That might be a key to the victory for that first ever turtle. Keroro is already with level 4 and he has his ultimate ready at the moment.
Oh, beautiful flicker and big chomp as well. The two of the man gets stunned for now, but still it goes to Toya, who's gonna take that kill, and Omega Flow is gonna be the next one to fall as double kill goes on to Johan. Dash comes in as well, as a lot of damage has been dropped onto Zissima, but Zissima somehow manages to survive for now. And Evergreen, they are looking really strong, especially with this Paquito, and we know why now. Why they opted to go for this Paquito first pick instead of that Barat's first pick. So that is good. That is really, really good from the side of Evergreen. And all they have to do now is just play safe and extend that lead as much as possible. And I think it's gonna be really hard for September 9 to come back, especially with that much amount of lead. And especially since Evergreen has that healing on that mid lane, so it's gonna be really hard for side of September 9 to dish out that damage, out heal basically. So I don't think it's gonna be easy for September 9 to come back. So let's just see. September 9, they have some advantage on the later stage, especially with this Dalamisi on this Hanabi. But let's see. For now, Evergreen, they are on the driving seat.
I know the Detonas will comes in, and that's the stun for Haise. Circling Eagle from the side of Zimbabwe is getting busted down. Johan once again showing his best damage with those punches. Simba got taken down, but Ghost Toya is taking the trade over there with that. Maybe they are continuing the battle once again. I know the flash combo here onto Keroro. Lilim is with that Wrath of God, but won't be continuing the battle as Johan is missing at the moment from the map.
The shield from Simba is not gonna be enough to out-sustain the damage coming in from Johan. Johan, I think he's gonna take another kill as well. The Lami still doesn't have that, but Dash goes in, gets that kill, and I think it's looking really bad for the side of September 9. They are chasing onto Dash. Dash doesn't have that flicker. He has opted to go for Purify, but still it's not gonna be enough to catch Dash right now. And Evergreen, they are looking to extend the lead with this another turtle.
Yeah, and I think they won't be able to contest this turtle. But by the way, I think Ghost Toya, he managed to get that purple buff from the side of the team Evergreen Esports, managed to invade it. Yeah, he was able to do that. That's going to be the Wrath of Pride. Keroro will be taunted over there, and he'll get punished by facing those damage, but he have already been respawned.
But there was a lot of resources burned down just to catch one member, so I think everything is really, really happy because they take the top lane tier 1 turret as well. And for the For Keruru's life, I think they are more than happy to take out trade. Because Keruru is that EXP, that tanky frontliner. They will expand Keruru's life for anything right here. So let's just see. For now, September 9, they really need to scale hard. If they don't scale, I don't think it's gonna be it's gonna be easy to go up against Evergreen if they wanna go for a fight. So
I see.
somehow September 9 they really need to start farming a lot. But knowing Evergreen, they are making it really hard for them to farm, as Omega Flow might be the next one to fall right here.
Yeah, once again, I know the Wrath of Rad was dropped down on the Land of Dawn. Omega Flow seems to be getting really squeezy for now. There's 3,000 worth of gold difference between these two teams. Mid-lane tier 1 is getting completely locked down by the team Evergreen Esports. They are even flexing that, the team September 9, they are helpless at this moment.
So Evergreen, they are slowly, steadily choking September 9 right now. The Lami on this Hanabi is a, like, how can I say this, like a really hard to pull off hero, because as the game progresses on, yes, he will get strong, but especially in this especially with the amount of lead Evergreen has, it's going to be really hard for them to dish out the damage, especially with this Sanabi, who doesn't have any items right now. He needs some sort of items to dish out the damage, and it's not going to be enough to take down Evergreen Esports right now. So September 9, all they can expect is maybe they can do something on the later stage, but I don't think knowing Evergreen, I don't think they will let this game to go to the later stage of the game. So I think it's going to be really hard until and unless Evergreen makes any mistake. I think it's gonna be really hard to come back against this comp of September 9.
Yeah, exactly. They are now taking down the turtle number 3, and that's 1 and 2 turtle being splitted between these two teams once again. Oh, I guess Kerora messed it up without the flicker. I mean, she messed up with the placement of the flicker. He went for the ultimate before the placement of the flicker, but it's still they're winning the fight over there. 2 players, and that third person falling down. The Lami is here all alone in the base, and they are spamming some vehicles. So I said find it safe. Dash, she in fact, okay, but that's not gonna be of any trouble because he have already been respawned with the help of Divine Resurrection. Goes to Toya Falls.
He tried, but it's not gonna be enough to take down Dash right now. But Johan on this Pakito has been playing out of his mind. Now we know why they opted to go for the first pick Pakito, and it's turning out to be really hard for September 9. Not banning out that Pakito. They opted to go for that trade, and Evergreen, they happily took that trade on that drafting phase, and that trade turned out really good for the side of Evergreen right now. But let's just see, they are constantly trying, the Superman, they are constantly trying to do something, but look at the damage. Simba almost gets melted down, while Milan on the other side, the Lami somehow manages to survive for now, but still Evergreen, they're just gonna take every turret, they're just gonna take every farm from the side of September 9, and they're just gonna dry out September 9 basically. They're just gonna slowly choke them out, and I don't know what September 9 can do right now.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, Dedona's welcome comes in here. The Wrath of Rad from both of the teams. Johan still will be fighting some squeezes over there. He will be taking down the Simba. Omega Flow is the one who falls next. 3 players to defend this base. There's only 2 minions, but they are locking down the base. But the base have been saved as the minions have been completely cleared out. But it's still Johan is creating some more kills. Only 2 players, and they know that they won't be able to defend anymore. They are spamming recall, even though they are the one who is facing that deficiency of gold. Now another wave of minion approaching the base of Team Evergreen Esports, but goes to Toya. He is still interested in spamming those vehicles in the base. Is getting locked in by the Team Evergreen Esports, but the minions have been cleared out, and now the Zap Faping will take the kill. The Tunas welcome, and Johan is getting isolated from rest of the team. Das, and now the kill will be secured by him. 3 players remain. I think this time the Team September 9, they will be able to defend this base.
But still Dash dishing out a lot of damage. He might go in, but no, that is gonna be a really bad situation for Dash if he went in. But still, Lord is up for grabs. I think they will go for Lord after taking that top inhib turret. For now, Lily dishing out some sort of damage onto Fafing. I think they will go for Fafing as well. Fafing flickers away, but still, it's not. I think it's not gonna be enough as they have to defend that. Minions as well as Lilin somehow manages to survive, but Zissima is gonna be the one that will fall for now as Lord will get a Lord. They will damage that Lord. They will take that Lord as Johan is still there taking that Lord, and I think it's gonna be really hard for September 9 to defend this Lord with that amount of lead from side of Evergreen. I don't know. Unless Evergreen makes the same mistake on when they get the same mistake, Johan goes in way too deep, gets killed. Maybe they can do something right there, but with this lot I think it's gonna be the end. But they have their Lamizi, so let's just see if they can survive this losses or not.
The Lord is approaching. They are sharing some vehicles over there.
See, Lord is marching in from that middle, so let's just see how you say, maybe looking for some angles. Omega Flow will be looking for some angles as well as they will.
Ooh, he's getting melted. Omega Flow will fall. The circling eagle locking up four of the players, but that's not gonna help them. Dash will fall. Lilim gets traded back, repairs his Lord SP. Goes to trade up, finds a kill, but that's it for the team. September 9 is all of the players have it wiped out, and that's Evergreen will freeze it a victory over September 9 and they enters the grand finals.
That was really good. That was really well played from our Evergreen Esports. They especially with that early trade. They traded Bharats in for that. Sorry, Paquito. And Paquito, he played out of his mind. Johan, that was really well played from Johan. He if he didn't make that mistake, if they didn't were too excited, I think Johan would have been on zero deaths. Unfortunately, he got killed once, but I think it's all fun and games for him right there because they had that lead. They knew that they will win this game either way. So that was really well played from Evergreen. I expected quite a lot from September 9 because they have been playing really good. They were yes, Aura is on top right now, but still they were like the number 2 team basically. People were saying September 9 is the number 2 team right now, but still Johan with that MVP and Evergreen, they have come back and they have played really well on this game.
Yeah, in fact, their performance in this whole tournament have been really great. Evergreen Esports. Now they are moving towards the grand finals, and the match MVP, the game MVP of the third game, is happens to be Johan with that Paquito. He was everywhere. He was bursting down those squeezes of the team September 9, especially Matilda. I think that Matilda pick with the Barats. Was a kind of questionable from the side of Team September 9 as there was Paquito coming up from Evergreen Sports. I was saying that Matilda, she could be very vulnerable, even though she can be really valuable for the team. She can provide those skills, she can provide those mobility for the team. But if the team Evergreen, they has the upper hand during the early phase, if they have the lead, then it can be really hard for the team, for any team with
Especially,
Matilda and their team.
yeah, snowballing Paquito is really hard to counter. So especially with that amount of damage Paquito has, uh, Paquito really needs a nerf basically because with that amount of damage, especially on this snowballing situation, I think it's gonna be really hard to defend that, basically sustain that damage coming in from Paquito. And we saw that, especially with that amount of shield, it was really hard. The Lamizi, he I think they gambled with this Hanabi. May September 9, they had a really good draft, but Johan, it was just basically Johan won out the game for Evergreen because September 9 they had that advantage of sustainability with that shield from Matilda, with goes to the Omega Flow on this Barats is constantly zoning out. On paper, September 9 could have done really good, but Evergreen just Johan came into picture with this Paquito. The only bad thing September 9 did, I think, in this game was gave out this Paquito onto Johan, and the rest is history. Evergreen just wiped them out. September 9, they couldn't flex their sustainability because of this Pokito, basically.
Mhm. Yeah, the burst with the sponges, that was on top level. All right, the Bagada have been updated once again. Team Aura Sports and Evergreen Sports, they will be meeting the third time in this tournament. Once in the group stage, where Evergreen Sports they had a win against the Team Aura Sports, but in the playoffs they were defeated in a very cruel way by the team Alright Sports. Let's see if they'll be getting their revenge in the grand finals, which is going to be the best of 7 against the team Alright Sports. Once again, congratulations Evergreen Sports for reaching the finals. But I hope I hope they'll be giving a very good performance against team Alright Sports and make it the best of 7.
I think Aura Sports, they really need some competition, especially in this MLBB scene right now. So let's just see if Evergreen can diss out that performance or not, especially considering this match. I think Evergreen have come back are really strong. So I really hope they can do really well against Aura Sports.
Yeah, that was the match in between the open category teams. But next on the schedule, it's going to be the female lower bracket match. That's going to be best of 5 series once again in between the team Badda Sports versus the team Vanquish Vincere, which who are from Bangladesh. Okay, that's going to be an international match in between Nepal and Bangladesh. So don't miss it out. We'll be back with that match after a very short break. Till then, keep on watching the stream, like the stream in all of the social handles. Keep participating in the giveaways. You can check the comments and you can even make the clip during this break and post it to the socials so that you can even participate in the clip contest which is happening in all of the social platforms of MLBB Nepal and Bangladesh. We'll be right back after a very short break.
Killing spree! Hold on, Uranus! Pasha! We need you!
Divine judgment! Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil!
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout pushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering the soaring state. While soaring, Kaja can fly over terrain and his basic attacks become AoE. In this state, his second skill's cooldown is shortened, and hitting an enemy hero with it reactivates his soaring state. So don't panic when a melee enemy is on you. Use the terrain to your advantage to block off pursuers. Kaja's ultimate received the biggest change, from solo gank to a setter's dream. Kaja's whip now lassos an entire area, trapping enemies inside. He can then drag them along while the lasso tightens. Since the ultimate has a cast delay, timing is key. Aim for the enemy carry in the backline. For Kaja's skill priority, if the team needs fast wave clear, pick up his first skill first. To invade the enemy jungle and apply early pressure, go with the second skill first. Prioritize upgrading the first skill afterward in either case. For combos, try out these two. In the laning phase, use Kaja's first skill to poke and recover HP. If the enemy engages, use his second skill to take off, then kite with his aerial basic attacks. Kite when attacked, attack when they're out of steam. For initiating teamfights, use Kaja's second skill to soar. Use the terrain to reposition. Follow up with his first skill to slow and reduce their damage. Then immediately cast his ultimate and let the team clean up. Now, let's talk matchups. Kaja does well against carries with no mobility skills, such as Layla, Ixia, and Vexana. Once he flies in and lassos them, there's no hope of escape. He also pairs well with allies with AoE, like Odette, Farza, and Ixia. Kaja can hold enemies in place while they pile on the damage. The perfect set! Now, if you're up against Kaja, remember that while his ultimate can't be purified, heroes with mobility like Kagura, Yi Shin, and Suyo can still dodge it with a dash. To play Kaja at his best, go for a sustain and poke playstyle. For Kaja's build, Rapid Boots helps him get around the map faster, and Thunderbelt is great because he can quickly get stacks from his AoE basic attacks while soaring, making him more tanky while boosting his damage. Oracle boosts the healing from his first skill, improving his sustain, so he can stay in the fight. We recommend the support emblem for Kaja for more survivability and movement speed. Choose Flicker as his battle spell and combo it with his second skill to drag enemy carries from further away for allies to blow up. For players who enjoy fast, aggressive roamers like Khalid, Hilda, or Marcel, Kaja offers that same fast roaming and in-and-out teamfight playstyle. Give Kaja a try and rule the sky. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. The revamped Kaja arrives on August 5th. Get his commandment skin for only 51 diamonds. And get Kaja at 30% off during launch week.
judgment! Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil!
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout bushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering the soaring state. While soaring, Kaja can fly over terrain and his basic attacks become AoE. In this state, his second skill's cooldown is shortened, and hitting an enemy hero with it reactivates his soaring state. So don't panic when a melee enemy is on you. Use the terrain to your advantage to block off pursuers. Kaja's ultimate received the biggest change, from solo gank to a setter's dream. Kaja's whip now lassos an entire area, trapping enemies inside. He can then drag them along while the lasso tightens. Since the ultimate has a cast delay, timing is key. Aim for the enemy carry in the backline. For Kaja's skill priority, if the team needs fast wave clear, pick up his first skill first. To invade the enemy jungle and apply early pressure, go with the second skill first. Prioritize upgrading the first skill afterward in either case. For combos, try out these 2. In the laning phase, use Kaja's first skill to poke and recover HP. If the enemy engages, use his second skill to take off. Then kite with his aerial basic attacks. Kite when attacked. Attack when they're out of steam. For initiating teamfights, use Kaja's second skill to soar. Use the terrain to reposition. Follow up with his first skill to slow and reduce their damage. Then immediately cast his ultimate and let the team clean up. Now, let's talk matchups. Kaja does well against carries with no mobility skills, such as Layla, Ixia, and Vexana. Once he flies in and lassos them, there's no hope of escape. He also pairs well with allies with AoE, like Odette, Barza, and Ixia. Kaja can hold enemies in place while they pile on the damage. The perfect set! Now, if you're up against Kaja, remember that while his ultimate can't be purified, heroes with mobility like Kagura, Gisonshin, and Suyo can still dodge it with a dash. To play Kaja at his best, go for a sustain and poke playstyle. For Kaja's build, Rapid Boots helps him get around the map faster, and Thunderbelt is great because he can quickly get stacks from his AoE basic attacks while soaring, making him more tanky while boosting his damage. Oracle boosts the healing from his first skill, improving his sustain so he can stay in the fight. We recommend the support emblem for Kaja for more survivability and movement speed. Choose Flicker as his battle spell and combo it with his second skill to drag enemy carries from further away for allies to blow up. For players who enjoy fast, aggressive roamers like Khalid, Hilda, or Marcel, Kaja offers that same fast roaming and in-and-out teamfight playstyle. Give Kaja a try and rule the sky. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. The revamped Kaja arrives on August 5th. Get his commandment skin for only 51 diamonds. And get Kaja at 30% off during launch week.
lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil!
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout bushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Monsoon Siege. Today in today's match we have Vincere versus Badda Esports, two of the amazing teams from one is from Nepal, Badda Esports is from Nepal, and Vincere who is from Bangladesh. So these are two teams are amazing. So as a caster we have Manisa Mahato as well as Tanzim Afroz. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your names wrong, but we have these two amazing beautiful casters. So casters, take it away.
Well, hi everyone, and yes, we are back again with our low bracket final, and this time it's gonna be Vanquish, Vincere from Bangladesh, and there's gonna be Badda Esports competing against them from the side of Nepal, and we already know that these two teams are really amazing. They showed their powerful, their strongest fight, and still they managed to, not stay on the top. Like our upper bracket, but this is the last chance they're gonna have this time. And yeah, let's see. Moving on to Manisha, how are you feeling about Bada Sports?
Well, I am really excited for this match, to be honest. But before that, before I say anything, here we have our quote from Zandik. Confidence is cute. Let's see how long it survives on the battlefield. Well, they have shown the confidence, the resilience as of now, and they have managed to come this far. And battling against Vanquish Vincere, one of the top female teams from Bangladesh today. I think it is going to be a do or die situation for them, as well as our, Bangladeshi team, our Vanquish Vincere as well. Let's see if we're going to, Vincere or be vanquished, as our cupcake has mentioned in her quote. So overall, I am very, very excited for today's match, and let's see how it goes for both of the team.
Exactly. These two teams are amazing. I've been watching a lot of their games as well, and judging from their drafts, these both of things they really love those golden picks. They really love those golden picks. They really like those early scrimmages as well. So let's just see who will win out. As well as we can see Wonder Girls, they have moved on to the finals, and this is the lower bracket final between Badda Sports and, my apologies for the name confusion. It was Vanquish Vincere. So let's just see Vanquish Vincere can move forward, or Badda Sports, one of the top teams in Nepal, can stop them as well. So let's just see in either of the team, whoever wins one of the top teams is gonna go move on to the finals. So let's just see who is gonna be that team. So uh I'm gonna ask any of you can answer. Who do you think is gonna win this today? Who do you think is gonna win today's match? I'm gonna start with Manisa. Who do you think is gonna win this? Who do you think is gonna win today's match?
Uh, I'm not sure, Suyog, honestly, because both of the teams are very competitive. I've seen Badda Esports play. They've been to international tournaments as well. And considering that experience as well, they should not have any difficulties winning this game. But on the other hand, if I talk about the Vanquish Vincere, they are equally very competitive. They are very, they already have understood, they have figured out how Badai Sports play, and they are definitely not going to let Badai Sports win easily. So it is going to be a head on head match, in my opinion.
So
Same
Tanzin, what
goes
are your
from
thoughts?
my side as well, because that's this team is the last one standing from Bangladesh, so definitely they will try hard and win against Badda Sports. But as being the toughest team and toughest team from Nepal, Badda Sports isn't gonna be there an easy opponent. So Vanquish might come up with something so new that we never witnessed before, because there was already a gap like this holiday. I really hope that they started Bada Sports really good, and this time they can and they sure will be able to survive this round. And it's been always a best of three match, so I'm also a bit of scared because this might go to best of five, another exciting and really scary matches between these two teams.
Yes, exactly. These two teams are gonna battle it out. So let's just see. In terms of win con, what do you think is the win con for Badda Sports as well as Vanquish Vincere Manisha? So, what are your thoughts? What is the win con for Badda Sports and what is the win con for Vanquish VV? Let's just say VV.
Hmm. I would say if they like how I have usually seen Badai Sports play is they usually go for the hyper offense most of the times, but
Mm-hmm.
also they play in a collective way. Like they are going to gang one person at a time. That kind of
Mm-hmm.
situation. Usually that way they have won. Uh, so if they kind of use that strategy, so that could be how do I say that?
X Factor,
uh,
let's just say.
yeah, that could be an factor for them. But also sometimes they kind of they get flanked, they get choked, very small mistakes. So they have to work on that as well. Sometimes I think their synergy, midway they just lose that. So that could be a con for them.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about the Vanquish, uh, I would say the goal lane that
Mm-hmm.
Vanquish has, I think her name is Naira.
Yes,
So
it
she's
was.
very, she single handedly can carry the whole team. I personally feel that. And we have actually seen that happen in the previous matches as well. So overall, that is, I would say, one of the strongest thing about Vanquish. Meanwhile, I think it's regarding it's kind of same for Vanquish as well. Like they kind of miss out on some positions sometimes, or they kind of miss draft sometimes. Like the drafting, they can really go bad. So yeah, that is all
Mm-hmm.
from my side.
Okay, so Tanzin, what are your thoughts? What are the win cons for
Well,
both of their teams? What do you think? Do you have to just add anything extra?
there is nothing extra to add, because
Mm-hmm.
since Manisha said everything, I feel the same way about Vanquish. And basically, it's all about Naira from our side, but I
Mm-hmm.
do believe that there are a few more players that can go along with the team really well. And there's also another thing we all saw, that Vivi really plays like so desperate to do sometimes, like secure the kills or the objectives. So I really hope that if they can avoid that type of such situations, then
Mm-hmm.
definitely they can do better against the Bata Sports, since it's always been one head-to-head fight, and both teams are winning. like both.
Mm-hmm.
We always see that there is only one winning and another one is losing, but while it's about Vanquish and Badda, they are always the same: the gold, the objectives, the kills, everything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been one slight mistakes that always happens while the mid game is there. They kind of be desperate. On the other hand, maybe they be avoid every fight, and they avoid it so much that they forgot that yes, they have to fight. That's the thing. If they can avoid it, I think
Mm-hmm.
there is a high chance they can compete against the Bata Sports.
So basically, they tend to lose out their objectives as the game progresses on. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Yes, yes.
Uh, okay, so let's hope both of the teams have really well prepared, because both of the teams, I've seen. I don't know about Vanquish Vincere because I'm a Nepali myself, so I've seen a lot of Badda Esports games. So what I've seen is Badda Esports, they really love to scream those early. They really love to fight those early fights. So Zandik, being a really good explainer, she always rotates
Yeah.
early. So let's just hope Vanquish Vincere can do really really well, because I've seen some quiet games from Vanquish Vincere before hosting so as well. And Vanquish Vincere, as well as you guys have said, Naira plays really really well. So considering the fact that Naira is the one who carries all the game, do you think it is really easy? Do you think it's going to be really easy for Badai Sports to basically read out their drafts, or read out their strategy, let's just say? What do you think, Manisa? Do you think Bada Sports can read out their one, let's just, because it's gonna be like one dimensional draft, because it's gonna be a Naira centric draft basically, as you guys have said. So do you think Bada Sports is gonna read that and ban out a lot of marksmen, or what do you think?
I mean, they should, but you have so many marksmen and you have only five bans. So even if you ban like five the marksmen, the hero pool that I've seen for Naira, it's kind of vast,
Mm-hmm.
and they should definitely look out for Beatrix, especially.
Mm-hmm.
She plays it really well, especially Beatrix. I loved her game in that. So if they have to look out just for Naira, then yeah, they should be able to understand how they are going to pick the marksman. Or if, let's suppose, if they have a roam, if they picked up a roam early on, they should be able to figure out like what kind of a marksman they are going to pick. So by the time, like, since this is the lower bracket for the grand finals, by this time I think Badai Sports, they are well prepared, they have done their homework, and they have understood how Vanquish has played till now. And yeah, they I hope they do understand the
Mm-hmm.
drafting rules.
Mm. So I'm gonna ask a different question to Tanzin. So you have casted throughout the tournament, right? So who do you think is gonna be like MVP player from Badda Sports, or who's gonna be? I think it's really obvious, because it's gonna be Naira basically. Always, it's always Naira basically from what we have said. So, but what do you think Badda Sports, if they came out on top, who do you think is gonna be MVP? Tanzim, who do you think is gonna be the most crucial player today? I'm sorry, your voice is a bit cut off, Tanzim. Maybe,
Well. Yeah, I'm back. Maybe I'm having
okay.
some issues. Issues are always facing
There
me.
are always issues. There are always issues.
So,
Yeah.
definitely, in this situation, it's really hard to predict that who's gonna be the most valuable player. After all, it's team fights, and as
Mhm.
well as participating into the fight, be close to your baits, and also there's your performance that matters the most. So, if I talk about Naira, then I think someone else can outshine her. If mention it, then
Mhm.
that's gonna be Owen, the mage from Vanquish. There's a chance like these two might fight for the title. And on the other hand, if I look at Bada Esports, then definitely I will say it's gonna be Zandik. I don't know why, but I
Mhm.
loved her gameplay so much that she is so good with her Sora, as well as I saw she played Benedetta. So these are really well. So, and on the other hand, I also think that can be Mamo as well as Tommy, because these two are also two players that caught my eyes throughout this tournament. And
Mhm.
so yeah, let's see.
So in terms of drafts, what do you guys think?
So, all right, I'm already loving the draft from both of the sides. Uh, Vanquish has picked Melissa, very meta hero in the current season,
Mhm.
and as well as Beleric and Novaria. They are equally very much picked. In the rank matches as well. In the tournament itself, we have seen Beleric being picked. And in most of the cases, if I might be wrong, but the one who picks Beleric usually has the upper hand. But again, we also have Melissa, so it can also be equally difficult for Badda Esports to really lock in because of her skills, obviously. But yes, we also have Minotaur and Esmeralda, very frequently picked heroes, I would say. There's nothing extra in this draft, to be honest, because we've seen this. And as expected, once we have Esmeralda, we will definitely see carry, if not banned. So yes, look like for now, it looks good for both of the sides, in my opinion.
Tanzim?
Well, since there is the last one came out from Badda is Lilia, and yes, looking at the draft, I think Vanquish might be in trouble since Carrie is the one gonna melt your all strong sustainable heroes, and there is a Minotaur as well as Esmeralda. So whenever we saw Esmeralda, there is a carry if she is open. And this
Yeah.
time, having Belleric as well as Novaria, I think Badai Sports has the upper hand. I don't know how, but like I am not gonna explain their strategy because I definitely don't know how they're gonna play. But still, I have the feeling that Belleric, Novaria, and Carrie might be trouble for Vanquish since in the early game, Carrie might be not in some kind of advantages because Melissa got really long ranges as well as enough damage to deal with Carrie alone. But if she is not taken care of, I don't think Bata Esports will not look after that. Like they are gonna focus on gold lane just because of Melissa. So if Carrie got the upper hand, then things might turn out really bad for Vanquish.
So basically, I think Vanquish, they really need to look out for this carry, right? So what do you think is going to be a really good pick for Vanquish if they want to shut down this carry early?
Um, Personally, I'll prefer that they need a bit more CC because
Mhm.
the mage is still missing, and I know that Cupcake's gonna do well with her Esmeralda. So if they can just be there in gold lane in time before turtle or the gang times, probably they can make it out for Melissa. And since Naira is going to be the one playing her, so she can easily carry the team out of the trouble. And having Zetian as the mage might help them as well, because there is a whole lot of CC that will come out from Minotaur with Minoan Fury combined with Fury of the Phoenix. That's gonna work pretty well to take down, like two or three of them. So definitely that has to be a good set from Vanquish.
Hmm. Honestly, I think more than carry, Novaya is going to be the pain for
Mhm.
Melissa,
Mhm.
because
That can be
she
fun.
can definitely get a gap, and if the target locks in, I mean, it is going to be really, really hard for Vanquish to, really attack on Novaria because of her skills. She can pass through the walls and sometimes outside the map. So I think Vanquish should really be looking after Novaria at this point.
Mhm.
But also, since we have, all right, Yulong from Badda Esports, and okay,
Mhm.
we have not seen, Sicilian, especially in this tournament, I would say. I was not
Mhm.
expecting Sicilian, honestly.
I don't think they went way too late, right, Vanquish? Because earlier, yes, Malaysia can do some kind of some sort of stop. But speaking of early game, I think Badda has a better early, if I have to say myself as well. Because Yuzong with that early Black Dragon form can really zone out Melissa or even their junglers as well. They can really root that junglers as well. So Vanquish, yes, they have opted to go for late centric draft. I might even have to say, but with that early aggression, maybe they can do something. What do you think there, Tanzim? Do you think Badda can shut down the Vanquish early with these early kind of picks?
Well, things are getting really tricky here since Vanquish got really strong late gamers, and I definitely not prefer fixing Novaria's Meteor as well as carries all the basic attacks. And having Yuzong and the last one came out from Badai is Xborg. So these two's gonna, handle the early to mid game, and when it will be late for Vanquish to attack on, since there is the Sicilian as well as the other heroes, they will be in trouble. Like there's gonna be a real chaos for Vanquish. I don't know why really they picked so many late gamers. Carry's gonna melt out everyone. So I'm kind of still confused, like why they did this. They could go for some other mages, like I think Eve might be another option here, or someone else. But yeah, let's not talk about that right now, because the match will tell us what will happen. So yeah.
Hmm. Exactly. Both of the team have drafted the draft, so let's just see who is gonna win. For now, I'm gonna take my leave and leave this a game to be casted by two of you. So take it out.
All right. Thank you, Suyog. And yes, let's jump into the land of dawn. And we
All
are
troops
here.
deployed.
Tanzim, what do you feel about both of the drafts as of now? Like, who do you think will get, caught up in the fight early on?
Well, Manisha, it might sound really bad, but I believe it's gonna be Bata Esports. Since I mentioned earlier that they got early game heroes, they got late game heroes that can even deal damage in the early to mid game. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely there might be so many troubles coming or waiting for Vanquish. And if I talk
Yeah.
about the draft from the side of Vanquish, Sicilian is the the late hero, as well as Melissa. She needs time to build up, and so I don't think that Vanquish gonna make it out. But
Bottom lane. Yes, like look at the damage from both of the sides coming on in the bottom lane as well. The way both of the marksmen, they kind of melted each other and made the HP very low. But here we have Mama Luna with her meteor strike. But for now, I think they're going to fall back because early on it is kind of risky for both of the teams to really lock in, and that can really turn bad for Bada Esports as well.
yep. So looking at this situation, I don't think that Vanquish should, just start the fight the way they always do. Let's see in the top lane. There is always all the pokes that coming out from these two teams, but this time since Turtle's gonna be here soon, I don't see Badda Esports leaving any chances as well as Vanquish. But looking at Mama Luna really chilling around with all the meteors, and here you go, turtles being danced by Badda Sports, and they are literally, there it goes. Astral Rico came out with that shot that goes on Cupcake. Let's see. There's Big Black Dragon. Tommy finally secured the turtle. There it goes, the first blood, and Owen got Zandik. Double kill goes to Tommy, and that fight went really well for Badda Esports. And the turtle goes to them, one man and the turtle, and there is two from Vanquish. The trade was literally bad. The starting from Badda, that was good, but you know, as I was really scared about being so many early damage heroes, since it's Yuzong, Zandik, but still I don't think that will be a problem. Like the early deaths only gonna be a problem for Bata.
Exactly. Yes, as we can see right now in the top lane, one-on-one situation, just clearing the minions. But real scene is going to happen in the bot lane because we have three members hovering around Melissa. But yeah, nothing's gonna happen much. We can see the itemization coming up. Okay, both the MMs going uh for the crit for now, but yes, the damage is kind of equal for now. Here we have Villain Fury coming in. Very difficult situation for Zandig. Zandig gets down by Narancia. Another kill might go for Vanquish, but on the tackle, look at her HP. She was literally was able to, recall in that almost 1 HP, I would say. But yes, she was able to go back, and 2 for 2 for both Vanquish and Badda Esports as of now. And yes, it is going to be a tight situation for Mau Mau, but maybe not yet. But considering the second turtle coming up of the match, there might be the engagement, that we usually see. Let's see who is going to take this turtle around.
Looking at the formation, I think definitely it's gonna be Badda Esports once again. There it goes. Tommy finally secured it once again, and Yuzong coming in. Zandig is gonna really do a lot of damage. And Owen is trying to give some of the CC, but Sanguine Claw is not gonna work. Mama finally secured Cupcake, being, the how do I explain this? Being the scene, the main one from the scene. I think Mama really doing great at this point. Since having carry in this game is gonna definitely do a lot better than Melissa, but and also Mamo got 1 kill, so definitely that's gonna help her a lot. And if I look at the score, 2-3 from Vanquish and Badda, and the goal lead is also on them. So yeah, starting up things with the build. Melissa is coming up with the correction as well as our carry. Both is, I think, kind of following Trinity build. Well, having Trinity on the side of Melissa, I'm not sure about that, but that might come in handy. What do you think?
Yeah, it will be, but look here, Mau Mau again forced to go back. Wrath of Dry coming in. Mama Luna secures the kill. That shot was the, lovely. And here we have Onda Tattoo getting another kill over Owen. No, I think Aspen. My bad. But the way Badda Esports, they are attacking Vanquish at this point, it is really looking not good for Vanquish, because early in the match, 6 minutes, and the kind of lead that Badda Esports are showing right now, that is going to hurt a lot to Vanquish. And look at the damage coming from Mau Mau. All right, we have Lucas Cupcake just farming so that she can come up in the team fight as soon as possible. Here we have another engagement coming on. Okay, lovely.
There is another turtle and astral recall revealing everyone. And looking at the scene, Badda is still holding on to the ground. This time, I don't think Vanquish is gonna compete on this turtle. Narancia might take a bit in trouble, checking the bushes, but not so far. Tommy got the turtle this time. Is still nothing much happening from the side of Badda Esports. Like, they're so chilling, and they know that yes, this turtle belongs to them. Even though there is Naira pushing the tower, I think they might be in trouble once again. There might be another fight. 4-man standing. 3-1 is just there for Naira. I think, Manisha, the main thing happened here with the Vanquish Vincere is Badda Esports is literally taking full advantage of their late game heroes. And, I was talking about Aspen, Owen, and Naira. All of them are getting killed one by one. So, yeah.
I mean, I think that the Badda Esports today, they are really in that offensive mode. And look at the goal ranking. Top we have Tommy following up with Mau Mau and Naira. And look at Zandik in the bottom lane. The damage is there. It is going to be a tight situation, but no, Black Dragon form is here and she is able to escape. But that was a very forced ultimate that Vanquish chamber. Here we have Wrath of Drag coming in. Mao Mao gets the kill instead, and Tommy with another kill over Owen. I mean, I think Vanquish, they are really trying to, drain the resources from Badda Esports, but they are not being able to because, alright, here we have Min Fury coming
Oh
in,
my god.
immediately coming up, cupcake down by Mao Mao, double kill, secured by, my bad, Mao Mao? Yeah,
Oh.
Naira was down, right? Alright.
I literally don't wanna witness any wipeout in this time of the game. The Lord
Yeah,
popped out of the river, and definitely I would say that's once again gonna be on Bata Sports side. But that was really bad. I don't know what was Vanquish thinking on this draft. That's the thing that killed them, I think, on the ground. Since it's a best of five, they will have the chances. But the trouble they are having against Butter Esports, like look at the score, it's 2-10. That's really odd. We were expecting something better than this since Manita Vanquish did really well. Like they are always
yeah.
a best of three matches, they're always competing head to head. I don't know what happened to them this time.
Uh, I actually, I don't think the draft was bad. I think the way, probably maybe because it's mostly the late gamer heroes that is kind of giving Vanquish the disadvantage. Um, but yes, looking right now, the early offense, hyper offense gameplay from Badai Sports, that too, was kind of in favor with Badai Sports, and I think, the Vanquish, they kind of missed out on the positioning. Here we have Minimum Fury coming on, but that's not going to be of any use, because it was just like a forced one from Badai Sports. They really wanted to, bait. I think it's the right word, but here we have
Yeah.
lovely in, but okay, Tommy secures another kill over Aspen. Mama Luna double kill to Narancia. Okay, Mama Luna shot down Mau Mau. What just happened?
Oh my god,
What
nothing happened. It's just
unsure.
Vanquish being punished by Butter Sports, and there's only Omen left, and with not that much damage, the base is gonna be secured by Butter Sports. Alright, wasn't expecting something like this from Vanquish.
That was really well played from Badai Sports. And as Manisha said, that astral spear, that astral arrow, that was really really good. That was really really good gameplay from
Yeah,
Badai Sports. And unfortunately, Vincera's VV, they didn't have enough time to get to that late game. So
yeah.
that's it. I think you guys said it well, that super late game draft didn't quite work out for our VV.
Exactly. And yes, we have Tommy as MVP from Badai Sports. I mean, the way she played, it was really, really amazing because I think her third completed item was the immortality, and it really came in handy during the mid fight, I would say. I think she was on the level 11, and yes, looking at the KDA 508, that that definitely gave a huge, advantage to Badai Sports as well. And the red trees that she was not missing any of it. The way she was contesting for the turtle, the first one, especially because in the second and third, I think Vanquish they didn't even really try. But yes, looking at the game stats right now, we can see just two member, okay, one dead Mama Luna one time and Zandik twice. But yeah, overall I think Badai Sports they definitely played in the hyper offensive mode because they understood, the draft that Vanquish they had picked, that was basically looking at the late games, and they took full advantage of it, because, yeah, because of the draft especially.
Well, I would be surprised if they were not taking advantage of their late game heroes. Since the MVP is obviously Tommy, as I was expecting, and the way Xborg was always diving in, the key was to win this round from Badda Esports was all the late game heroes, I'll say. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I think one of the
definitely.
another issue for the side of Vanquish was they couldn't shut down Novaria quite easily because Novaria was
Yes.
always there, just zoning people out, just zoning the damage dealer out of the team fight, so that Badda, special Tomie, can dish out enough damage. And another combination from this on the Tato on this Belric and Tomie on that Xbox was really really good. On the Tato
Yeah.
goes in with the Rat of the Dryad and Nike and our jungler Tommy comes in with that beautiful ult, and the rest of the team they can't do it, just they can't do anything, as there's always Novaria zoning them out with her damage. So that was really really well drafted from the side of our but Sports. But VV, I think they will learn from their mistakes and they will come back stronger with a better draft. So let's just hope they can come back better, they can do better. And since it's VV who have lost, I want to ask Tanzim, what do you think is the main issue, and what do you think they need to solve, VV, that they need to solve to if they want to come back on this next game?
Well, you know that the draft literally tells you how's your match gonna be. So I think they need to improve a lot more this time if they want to win against Badda, or they want to get close to them, since there is gonna be another chance for them. That's gonna be the last one if Badda wins this time. And yeah, definitely Sicilian was the first picked hero in this entire tournament. I don't think we have seen Sicilian because he's so late. And there was a plenty of options, since there was
Mhm.
always Melissa, there was always Minotaur, and from that time, the early time of the draft, it was good so far. And I really prefer that if Vanquish were not diving into the really late game, they could do a lot better. Esmeralda was also a good
Mhm.
option against Carrie, since she was also gonna melt her down in the late game. But if there's any early heroes, like as I mentioned, then there could be Eve, there could be Zaytian. So that kind of heroes that gonna cover your early game. And of course, Melissa, after the build up, she can take over, as well as there was Esmeralda and Miniature. They can also help you, give you that kind of the backup that you need. So they can I'll say that they have to work on this hero and draft things,
Mhm.
and so on.
Exactly. I think, especially in this meta, I think our me, especially in that mid lane, they really need those picks which can dish out a lot of damage, especially from their early
Yeah.
stages, because it's all about this early advantage. Who can take that early lead, especially in this meta? So I think yes, that super late game mid lane didn't quite work out. Yes, you can put later late game marksman on that other side, on that side, and on that goal lane, but in mid lane, especially in this meta, I think we need picks like something like I don't know, like what what are the
If
early picks?
something can just give
Mhm.
you a lot of crowd control in the early game
Exactly.
and take it down.
Basically, I think we need that. So let's just see if VV can come back or not. For now, I think Badda Sports, they are doing what they do best. They just isolate the team members, especially on that
Yeah.
earlier stage, and they just go dive in. Basically, they know how to make it a 4v5 or 4v1 situation or
Yes.
2v1 situation. Basically, they can out rotate VV right now. But VV, knowing that, uh, let's just hope that they can out rotate Badda Sports and they can do better draft against Badda Sports. So Manisa, the question is now, Badda Sports, they have done quite well right now, but what are
Mm-hmm.
the some quarter do you think there are some cracks in Badda Sports that VV can utilize that to win against Badda Sports?
Honestly, I think considering the draft, actually, let's say let's talk about the last draft that
Mhm.
we saw. Like they saw a Novaya in the mid lane, and they knew that it was going to be difficult for Novaya to really catch up on. So they could have either targeted the EXP,
Mhm.
EXP more, because Ondatato, she was mostly with Carrie, and Novaya, mostly she was rotating over um, Golan in the early phase. So they could utilize that and make pressure on the EXP or even the jungler. They could really invade it because, like, mostly what happens is in our mind that they're not going to invade because we have a very early attack heroes, so they might have that kind of thought, so they could really utilize that section as well. And I think they should also try to isolate someone and attack them. So that could also be a handy strategy.
So Tanzim, you as well. What do you think are some of the cracks that you see in Bud Dice was that Vanquish Vincera can utilize?
Well, this time I will also focus on the explainers, and
Mm-hmm.
I think they can make another move from Badda. That is, they can just hop into their jungle side and steal the buff. Since they also like Vanquish also got the upper hand earlier. I've seen that they are being so good invading the opponent's jungle side. So that can be another point. If you don't let the objectives on the hand of your opponent, even though it's their stuff, their food, but if you don't let them eat, then they will be able to outshine them, since Tommy was really aggressive. And of course, they are taking the full advantages because there is no damages that coming out from Vanquish. And definitely, if they can just invade Tommy more and more, then that can be a crack that Vanquish can use for them. And yes, being on EXP laners, I really don't expect for them to stay on the EXP side so much that they forgot all the other lanes and miss the round.
So I think, for me personally as well, I think yes, EXP is a really good place to start if they wanna win out those early fights. And what I've seen is Zandik. As I've said already, she really loves to rotate early. So maybe I don't know, ambush her while she's rotating, or especially in those turtle fights. So I think that could be really really good. But let's just see if
Yes.
Vanquish can do something or not, because Vadai Sports, they have gone international as well. They have that advantage, they have that experience advantage. But Vanquish, they are a really good team, but they are quite new. I might even have to say, because I haven't seen a lot from them. But consider the fact that they have come up here as well. I think they are really really good. So let's just see if they can do something or not. And yeah, that's it, I guess. Vanquish Vincera, I think they can do something, because they have shown some of the glimpse. But it's just Bud Sports. They're just out rotating them, out macroing them. Basically, they are really good in terms of when it comes to draft as well. So let's just see Vanquish Vinchera. Yeah, you guys have said as well. They are really really strong, but they lack some experience. They lack some uh, that draft experience. So let's just see. Another drafting phase has already started. So Vanquish Vincera, they have the first picks, and but I suppose they have the second pick. So that means Vanquish Vincera, they have the advantage to pick that first pick. So what do you think is gonna be the perfect pick for Vanquish so that they can pick early?
I think this time Vanquish again will go with Melissa. There's a chance because since Melissa got really good damages as well as ranges, so and I can already spot. I was about to say that Atlas can be another option, but it's a really low chance that he will be open. And Hirara came out from Vanquish. On the other hand, Bata got Akai as well as Marcel. I'm not sure about Akai, but Marcel is my another favorite band hero because I definitely want to get captured by him. And about Vanquish, I think they should go with Melissa again if she is open and have their strategy like having some really strong heroes in front of her. Esmeralda can be another option since they're just same heroes, but still they can make it out with these heroes. But I'm not sure that how long Bada gonna let these heroes open for them. And Carrie was the last ban, so I think Vanquish got the upper hand this time. They can go with some strong sustainable heroes.
I think Badda can right here go for a really good EXP, really good tanky EXP, which is going to be that Barats, because Barats is still open, but let's just see. Guinevere was open, so they will pick out that Guinevere and that Novaria. So they wanna outrain. I think Badda what really wants to outrain Vanquish's damage, especially with that Novaria and that instant jump from the side of our Guinevere as well. So I think, but they really want to fight by isolating one of the members. So let's just see if Vanquish can read out that draft or not, because they have that advantage to pick that the really good tanky exp. Bharat is still up for grabs, but they no, they don't want to go for Bharat. As I've seen, uh, especially on this tournament, they really love to pick those early mazes and marksmen, especially on the earlier stage. Don't you think, Tanzim? Especially in
Yes,
women's division.
that's the whole Land of Dawn matches. They are like early games. If you take it to like 20-25 minutes, like super early, then you definitely don't have your like the star size sustainable heroes. They are not gonna stand for you, since there's gonna be a whole lot of damage coming out and you have to deal with it. So I will prefer that having early game heroes, it's good, and I'll prefer that. And there is already Eudora, but again I'm confused about Vanquish, since there was Novaria from the side of Badda and she was maintaining her position like really really away from Vanquish, and I'm not sure how Eudora is gonna do in the early game having 1v1 with Novaria. But on the other hand, there is our Hanabi that came out from Badda. I think she is gonna have some trouble with our Belleric from the side of Vanquish, because there's gonna be a lot of damage reflected on her, and Hanabi is doing really great, since she got the like bounces, and of course her passive that is CC immune. So against Eudora as well as Belleric, that is another option that Badda chose that goes really well against Vanquish.
Hmm. So Mathila banned out as well. So another potential threat, especially for that, especially Hanabi, with that Matilda was going to be really good. They scouted out that. And Manisa, welcome back. And what do you have to say about this draft right now?
First of all, really, really apologies. Okay. But yes, again, here we are at the second draft. So far, I'm not sure, honestly. We have Vidora. I think Vidora can be a good pick against Novaria and also Hanabi, because both of the heroes are really squishy. But at the same time, it is going to be like Novaria is again going to be a threat for Vanquish, because she has the ability to give that, um how do we say, the visuals, not visuals,
It is
but
a victim.
Visions. I suppose
yes,
visions.
yes,
Mm.
visions. Oh my god, I forgot the word. But yes, talking about the draft again, I think it is equally going to be difficult for both of the mages in terms of mages. But we have Guinevere. I think Guinevere is also going to be, but we also have Belleric and Uranus. So I think it is going to be equally difficult for Badda Esports to, just land that combination that they are planning to, because of Belleric, to be honest, and also because of the Dora. So I think this time Vanquish, they can really do good with their draft.
Mm. So Tanzim, what do you think is going to be the final pick for Badda?
Well, before I spit out anything, there was Benedetta, and definitely I am again feeling the pain that is coming out from Benedetta, and I do want Vanquish Vincere to, just roam around her again and again, since she's gonna deal a lot of damages, and since there is the draft so far, I'm having hope in this round, because Vanquish really managed to take down the front, and as well as the mid to late, as well as the early game. So there can be the hope we want from Vanquish to win, and give us their worth. So definitely this is the good one we were expecting.
Okay, so speaking of drafts, Vanquish has that really good uh, front to back composition, whereas Badda they really want to go for that dive. So let's hope both of the teams does really go really well in this draft. Badda, especially with their signature full on dive in draft, looks really scary. But for now, I'll leave it up to you guys, and let's just hope it's gonna be a really good exciting match.
So, moving back to Zandik once again, having a lane cut. Well. Manisha, the more you can just give pain to your opponent, the more you will fall for it, and your opponent will also fall for it. That's what actually happened here. I can literally
Exactly.
spot there's a poke situation, one kill, and on the Tato finally secured Aspen. My god, killing Belarik is really hard, but when your entire team is with you, that's nothing, and that is what Badda Esports showed this time. And I am again in pain. No.
I mean, yes, the advantage of having Benedetta in your team is that she farms really fast. You know, the lane cuts that she is capable of, the kind of dashes that we will be witnessing more from Zandik is going to be a lovely sight. And yes, with that as well, the way she joined in that early fight, they were able to take Belleric in the very first minute of this match. And looking at the situation again, here we have Zandik and Narancia's one-on-one. But there's going to be Tommy. She is going to jump, but okay, not committing fully. Because again, it's a very critical time. We have our very first turtle, but Zandik might have a little bit difficulty. Not yet. Feel like not yet. I'm just moving. So yeah, let's see who's going to take this very first turtle.
This time I think there's gonna be another retribution battle. Look at Owen being chased by Zandik. Another kill goes to her. And the turtle is waiting. Like, the turtle is even confused at which side I'm gonna be. Whoa. And there is another poking coming out from on the turtle. Literally trying to give Vanquish a hard time. There's gonna be another kill, I guess, so far. Alexa came out from Zandik. Look at the damage, and there we go. The jungler has been taken down by Zandik this time, and they are still waiting. And Narancia got Tommy. Both the hypers are down in this round. I think they should avoid this fight. Vanquish should avoid this fight as soon as possible, but that's not gonna be so easy. King on the counter is still chasing and immobilizing Aspen, but this time I think they heard me, Manisha. They are backing off, and let's wait for Cupcake and Tommy again and see what happens and what can they do. Barbiel called out from Cupcake again, but I don't think Badda's gonna have a fight.
Yeah, that was a good decision coming from Zandik, to be honest, because 4 men coming from Vanquish during the crucial time again, the turtle has not been taken, and losing that team fight is going to cost Badda Esports. But here we have Ondatato getting a kill over Eudora, Owen down, and no one to really stun from Vanquish's side. And I think it is going to be an easy turtle for Badda Esports because the way Ondatato is zoning out Cupcake, and the way she's okay. Here comes the grab, and here we have Phantom Speed coming in, but Ondatato, I think she will be able to get away. Yes. Oh, okay. Maybe not. All right, she has, but we have Mau taking a kill over Naira with the help of Benedetta. Zandik was there. The way she is rotating, that is going to be a nightmare for Vanquish, to be honest.
That kind of gameplay, I remember when Zandik was with Arlord, she gave us, and that was a nightmare. And there was again Uranus. So I think Narancia is having the hard time once again having Benedetta and Zandik. it's the same like she was facing earlier. And there it goes,
Yeah,
violent
here we have.
program, and there it goes. Mama finally taking down Cupcake here and going for another one. No, 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 tower. I think Naira is saved because of the tower this time. But Mama Luna isn't gonna be the one that's not gonna give you a hard time, since you know all the meteor that's coming from Novaria, that's really working well from Badda Esports side. And this time Naren is chasing Zandik. Oh no, no, don't do that. Don't do that, man.
But no, we have Owen coming in for the follow up. But I think she's just going to, clear that lane and just. Okay, here we have Petrify coming in. Very low HP Zandik. Will okay not be able to survive this time. Here we have the grab coming up from on the Tato. Very low HP Owen. I think it is going to be yes, and Mama Luna secures it. Okay. I thought Ondatato was going to get that kill, but the way Mama Luna, stole that from her mouth, that was okay. That was lovely. The shots are connecting from Novaria at this moment is really, really nice. It's like the same as we saw in the first round, and it is still locking in. But yes, Melissa is able to take that bottom turret. While we have a very 4v1 situation coming in from Badda Esports. Nancy in a very difficult situation, and yes, she is able to. Okay, she was dead. Here we have the bottom lane. Zandik going in, very low HP. Naira gets killed. That was a brutal kill from Zandik, to be honest. She was deep into that turret, and she did not, give that chance. But again, in the top lane, Wrath of Dry coming in, him with the follow-up. And Tommy secures another kill over Aspen. Looking at the situation, Tazim, I have to say that Badda Esports, they are again taking the lead. And I don't think, it's going to be a really comeback from Vanquish if they let Badda Esports beat them. You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, all I am watching is Badda Esports is not even letting us breathe, man.
Exactly.
Like, look at them. Like, they are having fights. They're enjoying every moment of this Atlantic Dawn, and the way they are, suppressing Vanquish. That's insane. You don't really expect your opponent to be in the high cat. And there it goes. And Barbie call out once again on Zandik, but not gonna help this time. There is another tower between tower fight. Zandik finally destroyed the first tier of mid lane, and they are backing off. Narancia might be in trouble since she is surrounded by 4 from Badda Esports this time. And let's see, not focusing on Narancia, they are focusing on Naira. So yeah, definitely she is delicious than Narancia. So okay, grab came in, and there it goes. Mama mega kill secured, and the strongest among our Mobile Legends Bang Bang, the Metal Mountain is down. Narancia is gone, and Aspen is still here, but this time they are not surrounding the Lord, and definitely Badda will take it down. I don't think. Yes, again, Manisha, I will agree with you that I don't think there's another coming back to see in this round.
Oh, here we have Zandik.
Oh.
They were able to take Zandik in a very tight position. Zandik, she had nowhere to go because the way Cupcake and Eudora, I think, as well as Melissa, they were all over her. It's kind of made really difficult for her to just keep. And yeah, Vanquish, they were able to secure that kill, that precious kill over Zandik. But again, I don't think like killing just Zandik is going to give any like, how do you say it?
Like any trouble for Vanquish,
Yeah.
definitely. So, Zandik is just being confident about all her movements she's doing over Vanquish. And there it goes, another meteor came in, and Mama Luna is secured. So definitely you should fear Novaria as well, Vanquish, since and it is not a threat, it's also Novaria. And look at them, they are still pushing in. The first inhibitor of the top lane is down. And there we go, Wrath of Riot came in, but Monster Kill is secured. Double kill is secured by Mama. 3 men down from Vanquish, and this time they are still pushing on. My goodness, look at them. Just Badda Esports is showing that how hard they can be on their opponent, and they are literally not leaving any slightest chance to be there and give you that much pain you don't even imagine.
Exactly. And since the top turret, the base turret is already gone from Vanquish, the minion pressure coming from there is also going to be a pain for Vanquish, because that way Vanquish will mostly be focused on that. Meanwhile, Badda Sports, they will be able to take another two of the base turrets, and if the kind of pressure that Badda is giving to Vanquish, if it continues, definitely it is going to be really, really hard for Vanquish to, really come back.
Yep, since the score is 316 and there's, oh my goodness, don't tell me it's 10,000. It is 10,000 goal difference at this point. It's only 11 minutes, and look at Badda
Oh,
Esports, how they are being so hard. And
oh,
Melissa,
Mau Mau.
there it goes. And Barbil called out once again. Zandi is gonna be in the top. Okay, double kill is secured by Mau Mau. And there's again triple wiped out from the side of Vanquish Vincere. I think the spotlight this time Mau Mau secured, since her build Trinity is almost it's done. Like she's waiting for the
It's
last one, and as well
exactly.
as Zanding. So definitely, this Lord also belongs to Badda Esports, since there is 3 down from the side of Vanquish, and they don't stand in front of Badda this time.
Like people generally say that Hanabi is a really dark system heroes, and they don't prefer having them. Like prefer having Hanabi as a marksman. But looking at the situation, Hanabi is really dealing the damage. Like look at the damage dealt from Mao Mao alone. That is insane. That is literally insane.
Well,
And
there is
yeah,
a scene where I used to play in a tournament and I picked Hanabi, and my team literally scolded me just because I used her. But I proved them that yes, even though she's the darkest queen, you say, but she can
yeah.
also give you that much damage you want.
Exactly. And also because of her basic skills, that alone can give you so much damage.
Yes.
And like look at her, look at Mama right now. She is literally melting the turret easily, and as well as Belleric going down. I think here we have Valley Vicky coming in, and Mama secures that kill over Aspen. Zandik, the way she's diving in right now is insane, but she will have to fall back on the Tata going in. Grab. Not at the moment. Tommy in very low HP, and Naira was able to get a kill. Mau Mau secures another kill over Cupcake, and with that, the game number 2 between Vanquish and Badai Sports, that is again taken by our Badai Sports. That was an insane match. That was definitely a one-sided match, I would say again. But yeah, that was a lovely match.
Exactly. I think, especially that early or that early pressure from Zandik was really really good, which helped
Yes.
on Tato and rest of the team to dish out a lot of damage. So Zandik, she really loves to rotate early, right? And giving her Benedetta her signature hero. I think it was
Exactly.
basically giving win on a silver platter right there. So MBB has been secured by Mau Mau on this Hanabi. This Hanabi, people say, as you guys have already said as well, she is considered a dark system hero, but still on the right hand is she is really really good, especially on this composition where there are lots of peeling capability for Hanabi, where there are lots of surviving capability for Hanabi. It was really really good. So
Mhm.
my question is, if they had picked an assassin hero, just like for example Nolan or Hirara, would Mau Mau had gotten that MVP? Because an assassin hero is a really good counter against a Hanabi. So do you think they
Mhm.
should have played a assassin hero via Vivi?
Well, I've never seen Vivi being so much aggressive with assassins, so I
Mhm.
don't think that could be an option. But Hirara is always their first ban I've seen so far, and having Nolan on the side, they could do that much damage. And also, Leomord, since Cupcake is so good with heroes like Pakito, and having
Mhm.
Leomord is kind of the same, I'll say, but this time, I don't think she really could outshine against. There was a Guinevere, there was Zandig, and there was also Tommy having Guinevere. Sorry, Tommy having Guinevere, and Zandig got Vendetta. So these two gave her a lot of pain. So if she was picking Nolan or Hirara, even she got a chance to pick Hirara, I think they could do a bit more, even though I don't see them playing that much assassins, but still I would say that they could do some more damages. Like it could be something that is a balanced gameplay, we say, not some
Mhm.
just one sided and being snowballed by your enemy.
Mhm. So my question is, especially in open category, we have seen most they really want to pick heroes like on that XP, just like Barats on that assassin hero.
Mhm.
They really love to play those heroes like Nolan or Hirara, special. But in today's game, I haven't seen a lot of prioritization on those heroes. So what do you think is the reason, Manisa? What do you think?
I think it's because of their comfort zone, and I honestly feel that because in the female category that I have witnessed as of now, they mostly prefer going with their comfort heroes rather than you know um taking the meta heroes or even the counter heroes. But I think, for example, Melissa, since she is meta hero at this point, but I think that is also a comfort hero for both of the team, either of the team, I would say. That is helping them, to use it very often. But let's say if Hirara, okay, so Hirara being comfort, uh, she might have been picked, but considering the situation, most of the times they are banning those kind of heroes. Maybe they're not very very familiar with the heroes, or maybe they're not very comfortable with that. I think that are the factors that are restricting them to really try
Mhm.
those kind of heroes that you're talking about.
And I'll add some else points that when you are being threatened by your opponent, you will definitely will try to go with something that is easy to handle. Of course, it includes the same option as Manisha said, that the comfort zone matters. But on the other hand, I'll say that having Hirara or Ling or Nolan, these heroes are also tricky. That you have to maintain your position, you have to maintain the time to get in, secure the kill, and get out again. That can be something that the other point to just to
Mhm.
avoid these heroes.
Mhm. So speaking of drafts,
Right.
I've seen Belric has been open. I don't know why Vanquish opted to go for Hanabi. I think this Belric alongside this Barats could have been really really good. So what do you think, Manisa? Why do you think they opted to go for Hanabi instead of something like something like another hero, something other heroes?
Maybe because the way Badda played in that last match, Hanabi
It's
was
basically
really
a
enough.
deny pick.
Yeah, that could have been the reason. But I'm not sure like why they banned carry in the third bans, like
Mhm.
because that way Badda Esports, the Esmeralda was open, so definitely Esme was going to pick up from Badda Esports. That was that Vanquish they should have understood. But here we have carry being banned. It is quite easy, I would say, for Badda to really jump in without getting that fear of being melted very quickly. But I think there is still a chance for Vanquish to pick Belleric, because I think that I think it is going to be on the EXP side, or maybe even hyper. We have seen Barrett's being hyper, so that could be other possibilities.
So Tanzim,
Well,
do you think it's a really but so, speaking of earlier drafts, do you think they're gonna pick Xbox? Because Xbox looks really good in this draft right now for the side of Badda, with the especially with that much amount of true damage coming in. I think it's gonna be really easy for them to burst out this Bharats as well. And even if Vanquish picks another tanky heroes, I think Xbox is really good. Don't you think, Tanzim? Or do you think other heroes can be a really good pick for Badda as well right now?
export can be an option, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they'll go for export since there is Guinevere really
Mm-hmm.
doing well in the jungling section and having Esmeralda as your XP. And since there is carry has been banned out, there is no one to compete against you, so
Mm-hmm.
they will not go for export at this point. And they came out with Lunox, right? The damage she will deal on Barrett, that can be so handy having Lunox on the side of Badda, but also can be another disadvantage since Lunox really don't have that kind of CC that all the other mages have. So she can be a threat as well as she can be nothing in front of Vanquish.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So Manisha, do you have any thoughts? Because Vanquish, don't you think they have made the same mistake as game number one? Because they have opted to go for one another
Yes.
super late draft. Don't you think?
Yes, I was actually looking at that and I was kind of thinking exactly that, we have Bakria most probably in the jungling side
Mm-hmm.
and Barrett's EXP with a really squishy support. I would consider,
Mm-hmm.
uh, th- like Minotaur, it was still open. Minotaur could have also been really good because we have Guinevere in the Badda Esports side. So, they could have maintained the timing and Minotaur could actually counter the Guinevere's jump, with the Minion Fury. So, so that could have been the case, but I'm not sure what they are strategizing right now. What are their strategies are? But let's see because we have Novaria and Hanabi, one of the really comfort heroes from Badai Sports. So let's see how Vanquish they are going to, really carry out in this
Mm-hmm.
game.
So Tanzim, what are your thoughts? Because Novaria being she's a really decent early game hero, but if you don't land those astral spears, I think it's gonna be really hard. So do you consider Badda has a better draft, or do you think Vanquish can pull something out?
Well, having Baksha and Bharats on the side, I think it literally depends on Novaria as well as a Hanabi. And there is Xborg and Lunox on your opponent, so definitely they will have a hard time since those sustainable heroes are really weak against pro damages. So if Owen, since she
Okay.
is a really good mage, if she can, put all those meteors on your opponent, so that can be something handy. And yes, this is the last one, the last chance Vanquish Vincere gonna have. So I really hope, without saying anything, I really hope they made it out.
All right, and here we are at the land of dawn. Early on, I was seeing Owen giving really good, damage to our Mama Lunox, and here we have Unatato in a very low HP. Okay, I did not realize Onatato was playing Guinevere. All right, that's really good. I am really excited for this match now. Okay, because I really love Guinevere as a hero, and Guinevere being a very versatile hero, it can be used in any lane. So let's see how it goes for Badai Esports as well as Vanquish.
Yeah, that is why I was expecting Guinevere to have in the hyper section the jungler, and I was
Mhm.
hoping that Badda will go for like a true roam hero. But since
Yeah.
they got really good options, like all the options on their side, and look at the damages, the pokes that's coming out from Isma this time, Barretts is really having a hard time, I'd say. And
Mhm.
yes, the Lord, the small lord, the turtle, it's already here.
Okay.
And Astral Recall, they Astral Recall got 4 from
Bottom lane,
Badda. The
bottom
vision
lane.
is open. And in bottom lane, there was the same folk that came out from all this marksmen. There's gonna be Tommy securing the first turtle, and there it goes. I think Cupcake was somehow, I don't know what happened actually.
She was
Since,
she was kind of disengaged, you know. She was kind of
yes,
disengaged
exactly.
in the turtle fight. But yes, we have Tommy with already being level 5. Meanwhile, Naira with her gold ranking, following up with Tommy and Mau Mau as well. But yes, Naira picking up Hanabi was it could be an advantage for Vanquish, because again, Hanabi can deal that damage. But okay, looking very
Okay.
difficult situation. Here we have Aegis already being used from Naira. Okay, Ondatato have to fall back and
Oh,
forced to use that flicker, you know. I thought Ondatato was going to really die, be the
yes, yes.
blood, but she was like, she escaped really nicely. But here we have another situation coming in from Vanquish side, I would say, because they were kind of in their map side. But all right, for now, I think both of the teams, they are playing very safely. They really don't want to give that very first kill to either of the teams. But here we have a difficult situation coming in. Violet Victim was there, and Mau Mau was able to secure that very first blood. Ondatato was able to
Like,
survive with that actual shot.
just
Uh,
look at the luck. Look at the luck, Manisha. She literally survived 2 times. That's like
exactly.
crazy. Well. In mid lane, Vanquish is forming up for the next turtle as far as I feel from them, since the goal is like even, as well as the entire situation. They're not doing so
Mhm,
bad this time. Let's see who got
mhm.
the first retribution, and Cupcake is there. All right, finally the first turtle for Vanquish in this round, since it's the second one, but still they managed to take it down. There might be another kill going to Mau Mau, and yes, Narsi has been taken down by the marksman. Cupcake got Toby this time. Two of them is really low, but this time again, 2 kills for Vanquish and 3 for Badda. But I would say that that was a good fight. Like, it really pleased my eyes so much, since Vanquish is doing great at this point, and I feel like that they are trying to play, trying to ease their
Oh,
mind,
look at Naira.
and look at them once
Violet
again
is
having
coming
fight.
in, falling star.
Well, there's again 5 men from Bata Esports following up, and that Requiem was about to, give so much damage from on the Tato, but not enough to take down one. Since I was thinking about Vanquish's strategy, I think Manisha, they intend to go with the hyper offensive. At the same time, they are trying to keep a hold onto themselves, so that way they don't have to be in that unnecessary fight.
But here we have a situation coming in from Mau Mau. Again, another skill secured over Naira. Yes, definitely. I agree with you, because this is a do or die situation for Vanquish, and Badda Esports, they definitely know the desperation coming from Vanquish, and they know that they're going to make a mistake, and they're just waiting for it. Here we have Violent Victim coming in. Owen is able to survive Unatato, almost in a very tight situation. But yeah, I think Owen's damage is there, but I think Onatato being in a very roam build, I think she was able to get away with that. But yeah, let's see how it goes for this turtle round.
Well, Cupcake is missing. Tommy got the turtle without even having a fight. Like, there was nothing. I think Cupcake is focusing on this tower, like the bottom lane. They are trying to clear it out, but since Zandik is in front of them, that's not gonna be so easy. Owens Meteor
Mm-hmm.
is giving, hold on the Tato, I think. And this time they will back off. Like, both teams will back off and wait for the right moment to strike. I think Zandik is gonna be the first one to start it. And since she is really roaming around, having won the Tato, and there it goes! Violet Requiem, and that's how it's stars this time. Mama got mega kill securing Aspen. Might be one more needle, but alright, that hurts a lot. I know how it feels to just let the kill go, but it's more important. Last sanity popped out, got Cupcake this time. Another one goes for Vanquish Vincere this time. Naira secured one kill, the first one again for Naira, and the fight is still on the side of Badda Esports. And yeah, definitely they are trying to do their best, because after all, the do or die situation of best of 5, they have to, Vanquish have to win this time to get onto the next round. But on the other hand, I don't think Badda Esports gonna let them win that easily. And maybe being so head to head and having all the fights, I think what's missing from Badda is they needed to have that proper set with Esmeralda as well as Melissa and Guinevere.
Exactly. I think it's also because Badda Sports they are also very being impatient at this moment, because they definitely want to end this match as soon as possible, considering the heroes that has been picked from Vanquish, being the late gamers, and also because of Hanabi that Naira picked. The damage is going to be insane from Vanquish if it goes more than a 12-minute game. So I think Vadai Sports, they're really looking forward to end this match as soon as possible. And we have Mao Mao clearing up the lanes in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Lord Dance is there. Violet to Crim was okay, not yet, but it's going to be one. All right, not yet, not yet. I was actually thinking there's going to be a kill, but here we have Mao Mao coming in. Narncia is going to get down. And a respawn has been used by our Aspen. And yeah, but Cupcake is down again.
Oh,
Wait.
alright. Cupcake has been taken down by Badda Esports, and that's the golden chance for Badda to secure their lord. And definitely they will do it. I don't see anyone from Vanquish. They are focusing on the minions, clearing up the lanes so they can have a break for themselves. But I don't think what happened to Vanquish this time, since they were doing really good. But on the other hand, I'd say that on the Tato, the way she literally jumped and used Violet Trichum, that wasn't enough. Like, she didn't even wait to finish the ultimate, but still, that was scary enough to fall back on, let Vanquish back off. And having it the build, Mao Mao is coming up with Sky Piercer. Alright, that's gonna be a threat, like a threat on Trinity.
Yeah, it is going to be, and also being the very first one in the gold ranking, Mao Mao at this moment, and also being the one to deal that damage. I think Mao Mao is the real threat right now. The damage that is coming on is going to be a lot to handle for Vanquish, definitely, and also Lord marching from the bottom lane. Here we have Narancia in a very low HP. She is forced to fall back. Owen, okay, there we have the shot, but that is not going to be enough to, just get that one shot kill kind of thing. And yes, to mid and the top lanes, Holy Shield has been popped up, also the bottom one. So I think again, Badda Sports, they are definitely trying to end this as soon as possible. And they definitely don't want to risk that, the upper hand that they already have. But the way Vanquish they're holding on to this match right now, it's kind of really interesting as well. Let's see how they're going to defend another fight that I am anticipating right now.
Yeah, same here. I'm also waiting to see them be the one we want them to be. There it goes. Violet Trichum was there, but since there was not much damage came out from Guinevere, I think Mao Mao as well as Tommy gonna do the rest. And there it goes. All right, they're backing off. Okay, I think Tommy and Ondatato having so low health. That's the thing that made Badda fall back this time. And on the other hand, Vanquish, maybe Zandik might be in problem. All right, she's backing off as well. And since the full Vanquish Vincere team is here,
Oh,
they
Mama
might
Luna.
be able to take down the tower. And yes, there's Cupcake giving a hand, and the tower has been taken down by Vanquish, and all the baptism was there. Nobody was taking a CC, and
Down,
since
Luna,
there's
down.
Naira God, there it goes, and go away. Monster kill goes to double kill goes to secure by Mau Mau, and there it is. Another one, four-man triple kill is secured by Mau Mau this time. And look at Badda Esports. They are literally protecting Mau Mau like he is the heart of their team. And since there's that much needle damages that came out from Mau Mau, she is gonna carry the team this time. They are heading to the Lord, and the only one, the last one standing from Vanquish, is gonna be chased out by Zandik so far as I felt. But yeah, the Lord is secured, and this time it's gonna be the last Lord from Badda Esports that they need to finish this game.
Exactly. Otherwise, Vanquish, once the builds are completed, once they're farmed enough, it is going to be a hell of a time for Badai Sports. Vanquish, they are not going to spare Badai Sports for the damage that they have given in the early match. And with that, Badai Sports definitely they have to end it right now if they want to secure this win as well. Yes, and we can see Zandik in the bushes, Cupcake trying to go back and forth. Owen, all right, she has to really look out for the position because she is going to be killed. She was going to be killed right there. But here we have bottom lane. Lord is surging in. Mau Mau locking in the turrets. Zandik alone zoning out the 5-man from Vanquish. And here we have damage coming in from Mau Mau. I think she's locking the base, even though Tommy is going to be okay. Here we have Naira getting killed. Double kill from
Oh my god.
Mau Mau. Tommy was almost caught up in that round, in that fight, but right then she had that immortality. That way she was able to, survive. And yeah, game number 3 also goes to our team, Badai Sports. Good game.
Exactly, good game indeed. But the esports played really, really well. Mau Mau, especially in this game as well, she was everywhere. She was always there to provide the damage. She didn't
Yeah.
even die once, as far as I remember. So that was really, 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 really well played from Mau Mau. And for the side of VV, Vanquish Vincere, they really tried their best, but it was not enough. So Mau Mau once again with the MVP.
She definitely did
Exactly.
really well, having 13 kills, 3 assists, and 0 deaths. That's the threat she became against Vanquish Vincere. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that kill participation was 100%. That's really rare to see that 100% mark on you. That's insane.
Exactly.
Came out from Mamo. And yeah, that was all I have to say for Bada Esports. And I was kind of hoping that Vanquish will be able to do something since they were doing really great from the early game. The starting was kind of on Bada Esports side, but still they managed to came back. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that really went well for them.
Mhm. I
Exactly.
think,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah,
you were
please,
saying
Suyog.
this. Okay, so my question is Vanquish. Why did they draft it almost like the same draft from game number one? Because especially this, since they picked nobody, I thought they would pick something like an assassin in that jungle position because they really needed that early game kill pressure. But especially with this Baksha, they don't do that early game kill pressure. If they had something like let's just say something like early game maze, especially I forgot the name of the hero. Basically, then early game maze hero. I think it could have been really, really good. But with Novaria, I think they really needed an assassin, a finisher who can finish those early kills. But
Yeah.
it was not enough. So, Manisha, what do you have to say?
Well, the stats are here, and the way Badda Sports really played this game, they were able to take this game as they were planning to. Um, I think what went wrong for our Vanquish, I would say that the draft was really bad. Honestly, they should not have picked that Baxia. You already have Barrett. Why would you go for Baxia? And with um what do we say, that support hero, that I think that was
Rafaela.
yeah, Rafael. That was kind of bad. But yes, they could have been better if they had picked either Minotaur, or another mage hero rather than Novaria. That could have been worked as well. That could have worked as well. But I think the way they kind of draft was like they really wanted to take this game to the late games, which they were trying to. It was a 14 minutes game, almost 15 minutes game, and it would have been to the late game, if Badai Sports, they had not really been into that attack mode, very aggressive gameplay from the very beginning, and the way Mao Mao played, she was definitely not giving that chance to Vanquish Vincere. So they kind of missed out on a lot of things, I would say, Vanquish.
So Tanzim, do you have to add
I
anything?
will. I would say what went wrong for Vanquish is maybe they studied Butter Sports too good, and that's why they tried to have some changes on their regular picks and drafts. So having Barrett on the team or Baksha or Sicilian, these heroes were the brand new that we saw tonight. And
Yeah.
definitely, we were never hoping that kind of heroes. As far as I know, that yes, I don't really expecting something that will come out from Vanquish, but the main fact that they went through, that they tried, like, since this is the last chance they have, they tried to suppress Badda, and that's why the changes
Hmm.
they made on their draft that went really bad for themselves. And that's the thing that made them to went with this type of gameplay they gifted us. So definitely I would see that they could go with assassin heroes, they could go with something lighter that can easily give you that kind of damages or pokes you need in the early game, since we all know that it's all about the early to mid game. There's never gonna be a late game unless there's that kind of
Yeah.
situations you're having. So they could use that strategy on themselves as well, just like Bada Esports did.
Hmm. So that was it, lower bracket finals. But I suppose we'll move on forward and go to go go up against Wonder Girls. Wonder Girls versus, but I suppose on that upper bracket finals was really really good. But let's just see in grand finals if But I suppose can come back against Wonder Girls, because and past Wonder Girls versus But I suppose they were the best team. But recently Wonder Girls they have come back. So let's just see. Zandik confidence is cute. Let's see how long it survives on the battlefield. I think this was directly quoted for our team Wonder Girls. So let's just see which team is gonna prevail onto the finals. Obviously, finals is gonna be really an amazing match. So before we go away, Manisha, Tanjin, do you have to say anything?
Yes, I have to say. There are giveaways going on, if you have forgotten about it. So I think the comment is still pinned on the YouTube our stream. So make sure you check that out, and also don't forget to make videos, shorts, for the matches that you really like, that you have enjoyed, and you can tag MLBB Nepal or Bangladesh, and you can be a lucky one to win some crazy amount of diamonds. So yeah, don't forget about that. And all today's match was really kind of one-sided, but it was also interesting to see how both of the teams played. So again, congratulations to Badai Sports, and good games to Vanquish, I would say.
Tanjin.
Yes, and definitely I'd say that it's gonna be in Wonder Girls versus Butter Esports, the grand final, and that's gonna be the most interesting part of Monsoon Siege. So Guys, don't forget to predict who's gonna be the winner since they are the tough and toughest team from Nepal. So I would really hope to see your predictions, and don't forget the diamonds as well. And yes, good night from my side as well, and congratulations. Let's see who gets the last one.
Okay, so before we close, just want to say that our open grand final is on the 20th and our female grand final is on the 29th. Our open finals is against Aura Esports versus Evergreen Esports, whereas our female finals it's up against Badda Esports versus Wonder Girls. It's gonna happen at 7 p.m. Nepali time, obviously. And with that being said, all I want to say is me, Suyograi, as your host, and Manisha Mahota and Tanzim Afroz. We all like to say our good night and see you guys in the finals.
Bye bye.
Killing spree! Hold on, Uranus! Pasha! We need you!
Divine judgment! Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil.
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and